make you feel it in your soul.
Got a body so sweet. When you're vibing with me, let's go on a retreat. Somewhere we can just keep the mood on repeat. We can do it low key. We ain't getting no sleep. Girl, we staying up. You whisper like a record, babe.
Hey, I'm waiting on everybody else to come in, so I'm playing a little music while I set up real quick. Hold on, y'all. I think I just came on. I got distracted. Hey, CC Live. Okay. Reset a goal. Hold on. Oh, here we go. I'm on TikTok as well, so give me a minute. Okay, welcome in. Let me turn the music up. So what we're gonna do? I'm gonna pull up some things. Welcome in, y'all. So we're gonna talk and discuss about it a little more. I don't think people understand um, the whole situation of what is going on. A lot of people feel like most people that don't live in Texas don't understand the law, or some people um, don't know what happened. They don't know what transpired. Hey, TikTok, I am on live on you. Hey, the Original Mermaid, I am live on YouTube and TikTok as well. Hey, everybody coming in. So we're gonna go from the beginning, and then we're gonna go down into what's really the situation, because there are people that is not living in Texas to understand the law or know anything and feel like Texas is the same as the world in certain areas, and it's not. This is Texas, okay? And anybody that lived in Texas or live in Texas understand that. First, let's see if I can pull it up. I want to pull up what happened and give a gist of what happened the first day, okay? Now, as we know, let me try to get the transcripts up. My computer a little slow. So, as we know, the first day of trial, from what I understood, was that basically they had a converse. They had picked the jury, and a lot of people were upset about that. Do what you call it? Y'all got the police report. A lot of people were upset about that. Now, in the police report, I want y'all to understand he is not listed as black. And I've noticed this a lot in the South. He is listed as a Negro. Do y'all know what that is? Y'all understand that? So a Negro is not, you know how you go and you look up somebody's mugshot, it's black, right? And it's not or it's B for black or anything like that. It's the N listed as a Negro on his police report. The police report also states what happened and the witnesses they saw. The police report has also stated that as well. So let's get into these transcripts and let's see what we can read here while I'm trying to pull it up. Let me see, is it on Reddit? Hold on. I thought I sent it to this thing. I sure did not. There we go. Is it this one? Give me a minute, y'all. Hmm. And y'all gonna see a lot of people say, "Oh, well, um, they did this and that's not true." Um, and I'm seeing a lot of people say, "Hey, I'm finna be honest. I don't think the defense team lost anything. I think they won because of the. Do I have to? Thank you. They don't feel like the defense team lost, and I don't feel like that either. Thank you, Alexandria. They don't think that the defense team lost anything. Hold on. Let me go to Reddit real quick and send it to myself. Give me one moment, y'all. Hey T. I feel like he could win it. I do. Um, and I'm gonna say why. Let me send this to myself because I thought I sent it to my email. Because they tried to do an open and shut case, but they were trying to say, you know what, we got the facts, and they were like, no. Why I can't send it to me? Cases we followed. Let me see if I can find him. I feel like it was self defense because from what I'm understanding, is this him? Here we go. There was an altercation, and there was. I hope this person didn't take it down because he does have it. Let me go to. And I thought I sent this to myself, but I didn't. Which I should have checked when it went through. And I won't be scrolling. Is it day 3, 4? It had to be like day 2 or something like that. Because this is day 5. So the prosecutors are trying to paint him as a murderer, right? That he just going around doing stuff to everybody, and that's not even the case. When we have seen and heard some things that that's not true. What is going on with this goddamn computer? What the hell are you doing? Hold on. Excuse me, I don't have my computer, so y'all got to give me a minute. I got somebody else. This trash. No offense and point intended, but it's just honesty. Okay, it's trash. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't had an HP in a minute. I don't want to say that too loud because I don't want to get cussed out. Um, because it's my sister's, it's not mine. I have to get mine back out the shop. She got to get fixed. Goodness, used to my Mac. I'm not used to this. I need day two. I thought I sent it to myself and I didn't. But we finna get into it because I do want to read it. What the witness said. I don't think nobody is reading it. I don't think nobody know where to find it. So I just went on Reddit. Um, and I was trying to find one guy who was also there at the Diddy trial because he always go to a lot of trials. But I noticed he hasn't been on Twitter or anything. Maybe he got him a Reddit. I don't know. But if y'all know who I'm talking about, he's always there and he is on Twitter and all social medias, and he breaks it down and he breaks down everything word for word. Because I had used his stuff last year when he was there. He must have went on day three because I don't see day two. So we're just gonna go to day three. And shout out to cases we follow. I think this is him, if I'm not mistaken. Because he always at every case. Even at the George Pino case. Okay, we're gonna go to day three. Let me see if I can pull up this. I don't know who in here. Hey. Okay. So it says, I put my hand on there and I grabbed his hand and looked in his eyes. I just saw his soul leave and it took mine. That's what Hunter had said when he did his interview. Okay. So as a this is a breakdown of everything. Oh, he got day one right here. Hold on. And of course Hunter gonna say that. I mean, he's a twin. But here it is. So this happened at 5 p.m. A quick reminder that okay, so they put a quick reminder about being biased with race. Okay. So at 5 p.m., it said that Joby and Peckner reports on the next witness. The prosecution called Tiffany Whitaker, Memorial High School athlete trainer. She told jurors that the track tent is like a locker room. The visiting team does not go to the home team, which she called an unwritten rule in the track culture, right? Okay, sorry, everybody on YouTube. I'm reading. Hey, Carrie. Teresa say I didn't really want to dig into this case, but I see a lot of you guys are talking about, so I'm going to have to do my research on. So yes, please. So let me go back. She told so basically she's saying in track culture it's an unwritten rule, meaning nobody cannot go into a locker room. I could say if you were in high school, you understand that if it was the boys' locker room or the girls' locker room, anybody can go into that locker room. Anybody can go have a conversation in the locker room. Um, that's just what it is. You can't not just not go to if you left something, as long as it's not a girl's locker room or a boy locker room, and you're not a girl going into the boys, you're not a boy going into the girls. You know that was the rule. You can go pick up. Hey, listen, I forgot something. Or go say hey to your friend, or get whatever you need from your friend. That it's always been that way, right? That's just the thing. Even in high school, we're not gonna sit here and act like we couldn't go to the football practice or anybody practice and sit there and watch nobody. That was a typical thing. Yeah, he was a bully. It wasn't like you could not. So it says this. It wasn't it wasn't a rule, right? Did it just hit up? It sure did. Did it go up? Okay. So it said they called it. Well, no, hold on. Wait a minute. What just happened? Okay, let's go to the five. Well, no, let's go all the way down. Because the way he wrote it, I'm like, what the hell? So this will happen at 8:30 a.m. Let's start at 8:30. My bad, y'all. Let's start at 8:30 and scroll up. I forgot you got to scroll down and scroll all the way up. So this is day 3. It says, good morning. Open statements are set to begin at 9 a.m. Joby and Panicker, one of our reporters, decided that one of their reporters was there. And they also said that Austin Metcalf parents, Jeff and Megan, were in the courtroom. Karmelo parents, Anthony and Kayla Hayes were also there. I don't know why they didn't put their names together. They are married. There are more than 200 people waiting to get inside the courtroom. So there were 27 spots for the public filled for 10 minutes after curfew lifted. So basically, everybody came in by the curfew. Everybody knows it's 20 minutes. All right, let's get into it. So it says you cannot provoke someone, produce a an instrument, and take a life. Wiscasser said, and then it says that Anthony also allegedly told the officer he touched me first, and I told him not to. He told jurors and tossed the instrument and tried to slip it from under the scene. What? That's not true, but whatever. Now, I want y'all to understand when y'all listen to prosecutors, hey, everybody coming on TikTok and YouTube, when y'all listen to prosecutors going to try to make the narrative fit for them to win. That is their job. That's what they do. And that is something, especially during a trial. They are going to get somebody they know is basically they know that, hey, I know this person got a record of winning. I have to win. I have to just do that. I have to win at this. That's what prosecutors do. If y'all notice with lawyers, they play. That's just how they play. Like, okay, well, I see you in court. Sure. Well, I saw you lost last week. Yeah, but maybe you need to step your game up. But that's just what they do. That's how colleagues act as lawyers. I'm going to take you and can you tomorrow. I got this in the book. That's just what they do. When you sit here and watch them, it's like, it's not that they don't like each other. That's just some shit they were learning in law school. And then after that, you had that was a great job you did. That was such and such. It's like a fun competition. That's lawyers. Any lawyer. That's just what they do. When they go into the courtroom, it's game time. Put your game face on. When they leave, listen, you had a great point. I can't knock that. That's just what that is. I don't know why everybody think that's just like with judges. Yeah, judges might not like each other. Hey, Southside. I heard about Sarah harassing. Sarah been harassing folks for the Black Panthers out there. Candace. This is a sidebar. Dr. Candace Matthews and what's his name will be, I think they're there today. So they are there. So I hope they know what time, because they're not going to play. Yeah, they Black Panther. I've been waiting on the Black Panthers to get here since last week. Hey, Lisa, I've been waiting for them to get here since last week. I don't know what people thought this was, but baby, when they step in the room, the whole big parting like the Red Sea, okay? The Black Panthers is just that. Hold on. Okay, let's get back to it. Let's get back to it, y'all. But that's just what it is. It is what it is, right? So he trying to say he taught something from the scene, and they were all here from the witnesses. The prosecutor also told jurors that an officer who arrived on the scene encountered Anthony. He radioed, I have the alleged suspect. And it also said that Anthony said that it wasn't alleged that he did it. At one point, you have prosecutors report to Anthony, who was there at the time at the Frisco Centennial High School, attending the track meet at Metcalf's Frisco Memorial High School. This man made a beeline for the memorial tent. Now, I'm going to pause, and I want to have a conversation about this. The undertone, and this is why the Black Panthers are there, and I don't care who don't like it. I kept telling y'all from day one, the undertone to point him as a black man, and this is why people believe that Austin was supposed to tell him where to move and where to sit when they are peers. That's like somebody going to work that's not your supervisor or your manager tell you to stock something and you better have it stocked. You're not going to do it. You're not going to do it. In corporate America, oh yeah, that paperwork need to be done by 5. Girl, who are you? You're going to be like, excuse me? You're not my manager, you're not my supervisor. You don't tell me what to do. Tracy, he did not tell anybody that because he cannot talk about it. Why do y'all want him to talk about something to say so? Tracy, he touched him. If you were at work, Tracy, and you're at work and one of your associates hit you, you're not going to run and tell no supervisor. You're not going to run and tell no supervisor. Let's be honest. You're not going to run and tell no supervisor. You're not going to do that, right? So Tracy, is you at work. What do they tell you what to do at work? They'll tell you to go tell somebody, but if somebody come in, you don't know, right? When you have it, what they say when somebody come in and they threaten the whole building, how do you know he never cried? He's not going to prison. But Tracy, let's ask why you left. Come back. Come back in TikTok, Tracy. You don't want to answer the question because you know if somebody came into your workplace, you're going to, in the law, the state, oh, we're going to get into that. I want you to sit down and stick around. Go get you. Stick around and sit down and relax because we're going to talk about the stand your ground law. So have a seat. Chill out. We're going to talk about it, Tracy. Because y'all don't understand stand your ground. You don't, if you're not, are you in Texas, Tracy? Because if you're not in Texas, you can't speak on stand your ground. And a lot of y'all forget that. Somebody invited me to co-host. Oh, I'm busy. Lily, why are you making excuses how this boy actions? What do you mean? Lily, I want you to have a seat because what we understand, Hunter and Austin beat up their dad and broke their collarbone. Why do you think, Lily, that Austin had the right to, yeah, he was remorseful. As a 17-year-old had the right, that's like your cousin, right? If your cousin tell you to go clean up something, okay, exactly, Tracy, you don't know to stand your ground, so have a seat because I'm going to tell you. Lily, yes, it does have something to do with it. If you do not have, I'm going to tell you, Lily, let me explain something to both of y'all. If you are not in a stand your ground state, please sit down and have a seat because I'm finna explain to you how it got to do with the case. Number one, Austin touched Karmelo book bag and tried to grab it. That is a robbery and assault in the state of Texas. If anybody steps up to you and bigger than you, hey, you have the right to defend yourself in the state of Texas. This is not a federal case with America. This is a state versus a person. There is a difference, and I need y'all to learn the difference. This is not where the feds come in, and this is not, no, it did happen because we're going to get into it to the witnesses in a few minutes. It did happen. The witnesses even said it. One of the witnesses even also said in the statement that he told them to touch him. Didn't give him a reason to hurt Trayvon. Exactly. In the statement, witness said, yeah, why don't you just move him? So, Tracy, I understand you listening to the news, but the news can't tell everything because, number one, oh, you've been locked up 13 times because you're in the Baltimore. You're not in Texas. If you was in Texas, you would have still been in prison. Did you want the truth? Wait a minute. Hello?
Yeah, how's it going?
All right.
Yeah, I'm just listening to you.
Oh,
Talk about
okay.
Anthony's situation.
Well, I'm on YouTube and on TikTok, so
Okay.
um
What's your YouTube channel?
it's Malish Marie Podcast.
And you live right now?
Yeah.
I probably even seen you. Let me look here right now.
All right.
I'm gonna subscribe too.
Thank you. But yeah, that's what happened. So as from what we understand, they're trying to pinpoint him as the unaliver. So they also said that he went the several memorial athletes told Anthony to leave the tent. He said was their locker room. And the prosecutor also said that Anthony goaded and taunted and provoked Metcalf. Anthony produced a instrument and swiftly plunged it into Austin. The prosecutor said Anthony then ran off and tried to blend in and told the jurors that the students at the track meet pointed at Anthony as he was trying to leave the track meet. This is in provoked. This is in provoked unjustified unaliving. The unaliving is senseless. Hold on. The prosecutors told juries that they would see surveillance video, and that video tells the story. And he referenced words witness claimed that Anthony said before Metcalf was punctured. Touch me and see what happens, and argued that Anthony provoked and goaded Metcalf into touching him. This case is not self-defense. This was this was simply senseless. Hold on, let me face this down so I can see it. Okay. He plunged an instrument into his heart and ran away. Well, that's another thing because they were saying that it was in the stomach, but okay. Prosecutors tell jurors describing what he says Anthony did to Austin, calling the unaliving and unjustified, provoked. Each slide is 20 minutes for opening and statements. Hold on, y'all.
So it's not about if he
Exactly.
Yeah.
In the state of Texas, you can still stand your ground. You don't have to retreat. And I think a lot of people don't understand that. And that's the thing. In the state of Texas, you do not have to stand your ground. You do not have to. Well, you have to. You don't have to retreat. But people keep saying he was asked to leave 15 times. He wasn't asked to leave by a coach, an adult. He was asked to leave by children. I'm not understanding that. He was asked to leave by children. So people even kids gonna feel like, why are you telling me? He wasn't a coach. He wasn't an adult. That's the thing. Nobody's not getting. He wasn't an adult. And that's not a child's job. That's a coach job. They do. They had the video. I'm gonna keep going. Where are we at? The first assistant, you had the district attorney bill began for the prosecution. They say each slide was 20 minutes for opening statements. Everyone in the courtroom rose as the jury entered the room. Jury, came into the room. Prosecutors had made several pretrial motions for the judge to consider. The defense was not objected. So let's get into 9:30. There was a lot of noise. They also said that, referring to Anthony as Mello, Howard came on. He said it I'm sorry. Mike Howard then gave his opening statement to the jurors. There's been a lot of noise around this case, a lot of complete false information. Referring to Anthony by his nickname Mello, he described his client as a son. He is a brother, the oldest of four. He is a friend. He's a boyfriend, a student who graduated with 3.7 GPA while holding two jobs playing football and track. Howard told the jurors that Anthony's father works as a finance manager with a car dealership and that his mother is a nurse, and they are both from Baton Rouge, Louisiana. They wanted their family to have a better life, and that's why they came to the DFW middle of freshman year. They came to Frisco for a better life, and basically, then he get into what happened. He says, as the weather turns bad, Mello goes to look for a place to get out of the rain, and goes to Memorial High School tent where Metcalf is. Howard told jurors that video they will see establishes some things, but will not show everything. Mello walks out and sees someone he recognized, which is true, which was his friend. I'm going to read it, which was his friend. His friend said that he saw him and they had a conversation. Now, not only that, he knows Karmelo and he is also friends with Austin. The two were talking and everything seemed fine. Okay, June Buggy, that's fine. But let me say this. You're right, but it's not okay to come up to. He could have unalived Austin. Austin could have unalived Armello. He was not trying to steal no tent. Where do you get that from? Hold on. How was he trying to steal a tent? How? That don't make sense. What he gonna do? Take it home? Come on now. That don't make me lose my train of thought. Hold on. The two were talking and everything seemed fine. Howard said everyone there under the tent, except for Mello, is from Memorial. Howard told jurors that Austin and his twin brother Hunter confronted Anthony, who was 5'8" and about 130 pounds. Howard said that Metcalf and his brother are 6'1" and about 213 pounds, which is 83 pounds heavier than his client. Howard said, Anthony told them, as long as you don't touch me, we're cool. Howard said, Austin Metcalf said, I know you don't got anything in that bag. Austin Metcalf makes the physical contact. Howard told jurors, Austin grabs, shoves, pushes Anthony. The defense lawyer said Jeff Metcalf, Austin Metcalf's father, shook his head when Howard said that. Howard said Anthony was forced to decide what to do in fear and chaos. After Anthony defended himself, he ran. Howard told jurors he dropped the instrument by the bleachers. Howard said he left it right by the tent. Howard said Anthony fell as he was going down the bleachers. Howard said prosecutors' contention that Anthony was slipping away was wrong. Anthony went directly to a coach. Now we're going to go at 10:30. Witness Mark Porter testified about his analysis of the surveillance video from the track meet where Metcalf passed away. There were 5 different videos. Prosecutors showed the first video to the courtroom, and it's a wide shot of the football stadium when only half of the field visible. It's difficult to see, and Porter said he worked on modification to help state review this video. One still image appears to show Anthony handcuffed and walking with two officers. At 10 a.m., the opening statements are over, and the report on how everyone was arranged in the courtroom. We're not gonna read that one. Now let's get into 11. It says that photographers and reporters have been in the courtroom since between dawn. There is, they had at McKinney Pastor was there in the morning with signs said free hugs and prayers. He hugged and prayed with everybody. So at 11:30, you had the prosecutor show the jurors zoomed in video from the stadium from the day of the incident last year. It shows the yellow Memorial High School tent and figures under the tent. Mitchell and witness Mark Porter take jurors frame by frame, showing Metcalf entered the tent at 9:54 a.m. A few minutes in that video, Porter testified it appears one person pushes another, but it's unclear who is shown. Someone can see then running down the bleachers. In another video from another camera, Metcalf and his twin brothers are walking into the stadium. Another video shown to jurors appears to show an individual getting handcuffed by the officers, and the judge called for a lunch. Now, from what I'm understanding about the video was the altercation was shown that it was four people around Karmelo on the bleachers, and they're on the ninth bleacher, and there was an altercation. Thank you, Benji. You can't bully a stranger. They don't know each other. So at 1 p.m., the prosecutors continue to go over the surveillance video with the expert of the jury. In other videos we've seen today show the altercation or the instrument situation. The images of video are not clear because they have not modified to see them. Also, it was raining that day, and there are people walking around holding umbrellas, and that's the prosecution video. Now, this is where we go at 1:30. So the prosecution witness Mark Porter testified that after the altercation, he believed it is Karmelo to seen running or perhaps jogging away from the tent. There are two individuals behind what is to believe to be Anthony pointing in his direction. Anthony appears to be moving towards the entrance of the stadium. Jurors appear to be intently watching the video. Half of the courtroom cannot even see the TV screen facing the juror, and there's only one video screen and it's facing the jurors, and people left outside the courtroom can see the video play out. The video continues to spotlight Anthony's movement from the memorial tent. Of the courtroom can see the play out. The video continues to spotlight Anthony movements from the memorial tent to the entrance where he is met by officers, is escorted out by him. So basically, that's the part that they saw. Now, prosecutors Mitchell ends his examination of forensic video witnesses by saying 15 minutes elapsed from the first time Austin and his twin brother walked into the stadium to the time that Anthony is led away under arrest. Defense attorney Toby Shook cross-examines Mark Porter. Shook gets Porter to admit that the video doesn't definitively show. Hello. Hi. The video doesn't definitively show when the argument between Anthony and Metcalf began and ends. And that's crazy for me to hear because a lot of people say that they saw that. But I guess certain people didn't see that because they are in the courtroom. But if you was outside the courtroom, you could see it. So whoever this person was, they did not get to see it because they were actually inside the courtroom. They wasn't outside the courtroom. And
question: did they ever chase him? I heard something about them chasing him.
Yes.
Okay, another question is: so the prosecution had these students come up And one thing they had in common that they all said that Carmelo was sitting down, but he was the aggressor, but they'd never seen the initial poking.
Exactly.
So if that be the case, if y'all seen everything except for the initial poking, why did y'all chase him?
Exactly. That's
Why
the
was he being
point.
chased?
If they never seen it, why was he being chased?
And I'm not understanding. Y'all are leaving something out because I'm not understanding something.
Exactly.
So if he was sitting down, because you would see if somebody thrust up and poke somebody, because everybody is looking because he's sitting down. So when he pushed him, okay, he pushed him, so he was back. He pushed him back. So when he got his hand out the bag, y'all seen that part that he had his hand in his bag. But y'all didn't see the part where he poked him.
That don't make sense. Exactly. That's why. And then someone saying, "Well, he had it open in the bag, but how? Because it's going to cut him. He would have wounds on his hands."
So if there's no, if you didn't see no poking, so why? If they initially didn't see a poking, why was he being chased?
Exactly. Exactly.
And then they say Austin was chasing him too, but he collapsed. And then they fell back.
Yep.
So my thing is, are they lying? Was it an actual tussle? Because they didn't see it because it was a tussle.
Right.
And then, because I'm not. Yeah, that part I'm just not understanding.
It's not. It's yeah. That's true. How can? That's the question I have too. If they all were chasing, because if you remember, they did chase him. They chased him. It was said that they chased him because he was running towards a coach.
Yes. So
Hunter.
He like blended in the crowd or something.
Hunter.
They were chasing him, but he blended through the crowd. Yeah. Some people say, "Oh, but." It turns out he went to a coach.
Exactly.
He was running to a coach. So they were. So if you were chasing, why were you guys chasing him? And when they said, "Well, we chased him because he poked Austin." How did y'all know that he poked him if y'all didn't see it?
Exactly. My thing also is Hunter even told on himself. Let me see if I can find it, because Hunter even said, let me see if I can find that interview, because that's what people did not watch that interview. Hunter told.
I'm confused. And I think it's reasonable doubt.
Thank you.
I'm confused. It's not adding up.
Let me see if I can find it.
You're leaving reasonable doubt. So I'm not understanding. Because I'm sure. Y'all didn't see the poking, but y'all seen everything else. So were y'all coached to say this? Because y'all all said the same thing, but it's not adding up. Can I ask you a quick question? This one actually a real question. And then I can hop off.
Let me see. Huh?
Can you hear me?
I can hear you. I can hear you.
I got this one to ask a question because y'all are really way more educated on this situation than I am. It was 4 kids that went up to him, right? Okay. My question is this: if Karmelo is found not guilty, would that mean the other kids that were involved in it, would they be facing a murder or manslaughter? Because technically, if you get into a situation and somebody dies, that means that whoever's found not guilty, the other side will be facing a manslaughter or murder, right? So would that mean the other kids will be facing manslaughter?
I believe so. Because I'm sorry, when Hunter did his interview, he also told, and he said that they all ran behind him. He also told about an altercation. He talks about it in the interview. I don't think anybody watched that interview.
And then they said Austin, he had Austin in his arms, which was
right, which was not true. Not true.
Chasing after him. They went chasing after Melo, and then they saying that Austin wasn't with them.
Right.
Yeah. I believe
and then that's when Hunter fell back.
Yep.
I really believe that this is just the beginning. I believe that Carmelo's been found not guilty, but also as well, I think that the other kids involved in this particular situation, if they went up to Karmelo, I believe that they are about to be facing manslaughter and murder as well.
Yes.
And this is what I heard.
I think the state gonna pick it up. I think the state is gonna pick that up.
They probably will, because they told on themselves. Because one of the witnesses said that they told Austin to touch him.
Yeah, they in some trouble.
And they said
that this is the beginning.
Mm-hmm. And then they said the things that was in his backpack. They explained all the things that was in his backpack. One of the ladies, and then it was like he had a tablet in there. He had he had a laptop in there. Where's the laptop?
Right.
And the lady was like, and the lady was like, she said, I've been doing this for 23 years. She gave her credentials and everything. And then he was like, he went down, he was like, okay, that's nice. You've been doing this for 23 years. He said, can you tell me now everything?
Hold on, y'all. Because I'm on YouTube and TikTok. Hold on, let me reply to this person. Lily, the head coach did not say that. He did not hold him in his arms. That's not true.
They don't think Carmelo's kind of slow?
No.
Now, all of this could have been, I'm going to jump off. Y'all could argue with the guy that said let's stay on ice. All of this could have been resolved. All of this could have been resolved if they just put this on TV.
Yes.
Instead, they just have these blogs and fake reporters saying anything. Now, this person running with this and this person running with that. And the only thing that really matters is what the jury is hearing. And when the verdict is released, I want everybody to keep that same energy. Like saying, don't jump sides.
Mm-hmm.
Keep that same energy. You know what I'm saying?
Because I hear a lot of people saying, it won't be smart. A lot of people that was defending Austin,
mm-hmm.
Now they're saying, now the tune is changing. Now they're saying, like, it won't be murder, but he's going to jail for manslaughter.
Yeah, they are switching it up. They are. That's true.
But he's not charged with manslaughter. He's charged with first degree murder.
Exactly.
Well, let me explain why they charged him with that. A lot of people have gotten off with that in the state of Texas. The thing is, you have to prove that as a fact. That's what the prosecutors have to prove. And I don't think they have enough to prove that.
I think they should I think the defense should let Karmelo go up there and tell everything that happened. And I believe they should let
hold on. I'm sorry. Hold on. I'm on YouTube. I'm sorry to hold y'all.
Prosecution cross-examine him. That's the only way this going to work.
Hold on. I'm going to let y'all talk.
Lily. Austin's not here, but it's
no, you sound like an idiot because you're talking about Austin went on the stand. Nobody knows if he did. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get you out of here and you can go sit somewhere else because you don't understand it and you are being, I don't know why you got a black woman as your thing and I don't understand. So have a great day.
He went to jail. The kid wasn't this, whatever situation is. Now they have a black kid and a black family that don't fit that narrative.
I can debate, and you ain't let me get nowhere, so you want to continue an argument, so I'm going to let you go on to somebody else. Have a good one. Next. You welcome. Yeah, she had to go, because they do stuff like that. She was annoying.
Whatever the situation might be, they don't go into those particular stories.
Yeah.
Those twins and the father are not close.
No.
Because of that.
Right.
And they don't get along with the mother, but they don't talk about it.
They don't talk about that. So if that was Carmelo's profile, they'll put that on display.
Yeah, that'll be plastered all over the news, everything.
And they'll be like, well, he's been raised by a single mother. He's emotional like a woman. This, that, the other. They'll be saying all that. Well, he was raised by a Karen. And what Karens do, they walk up on people and ask them, what are you doing here? Do you belong here? was
Yep.
the problem. And that's who he was raised by. A single mother Karen. And that's what he did. He got up and did some Karen shit.
Raised by a fucking crackheaded nigger.
Oh, Lord. I'm glad to say that. But anyway,
Who said that?
He was raised by a Karen. And that's what happened.
I'm a racist
Karen
nigger.
got up.
And I'm really just talking about it.
Hold on. Who?
That's over TikTok.
That's what happens. Like when you have these situations and they don't.
Hold on, y'all. Hold on. Stop. Hold on. Wait. Hold on. Who said
I'm
that?
allowed to say whatever I want because I have black excellence and everybody coddles me and kisses my black ass.
Says the man that eat babies. Get out. Okay. Let's continue.
See, that's what I'm talking about, right?
That's why.
It opens the floodgate.
Mm-hmm.
This particular situation. If they would have just put it on TV, they put the child case on TV. Why they put this case on TV?
Yep.
It doesn't make sense. And it's they both on the same particular level.
They can't. I'm from Texas and they can't put it on TV because of the minors. They cannot. Because of the minors involved. And in the state of Texas, they cannot do it because of the minors. He's 19. But the minors involved.
Can I give you guys an example real quick?
No, I get that.
Okay, this is an example.
And for the record,
But they'll let you want a black man and a white man.
Okay, listen. Okay, we have the situation with Chip the Builder. He antagonized people. He's in jail for the same reason. He's claiming self-defense because a guy walked up on him because he antagonized the guy, said, touch me, this is that and the other. The guy touched him, he shot him. Boom.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? Now, this is the difference. That guy bond has not been lowered. It had just by a couple thousand, a few $100,000, but it's still over $1 million. Karmelo's was over $1 million, and it got dropped significantly down to almost 200,000. That should let you know. And he was on house arrest for a year. That should let you know. But the judge like, hell no, bro. You're not getting out. We don't care how much money or how many people want to do whatever this, that, and the other for you to make sure we get this bond back or whatever the case may be, but you're going to be in jail until this trial starts. So that lets you know the self-defense, what self-defense really is.
That's how you know black people get away with this.
No,
Get away with that.
Hold on. Don't worry about him because I'm going to block him.
Do you believe he's guilty?
Look at that shit.
Do you believe he's
White
guilty?
people in prison.
Hold on, y'all. Don't say nothing. Let me explain something to you, JB. You are very entitled. Very entitled. Epstein files. Epstein files. Epstein files. Epstein files. Epstein files. Epstein's files. Exactly.
You touch me, that's what's going down.
You touch me, Lord.
Yeah.
And especially if I ain't did nothing to you. And I'm minding my own business. Lord have mercy on your soul if you come fucking with me while I'm being peaceful.
So I just came in and is Karmelo in jail right now?
No, he's not.
Oh, okay. So he was released and he's
No, he's
having
wearing
fun.
an ankle bracelet, but it'll be shackles soon.
Oh, okay.
It won't be shackles.
You want to take the call? Well, you don't think they'll shackle him before they put him on the bus?
I don't think he's going. Why do you? Okay, so let me ask you a question. Why do you think that he is going to jail?
I'm trying because he's a shredder.
Why do you? No. What fact do you have?
Oh, well, have you been listening to all the testimony?
First of all, y'all didn't even have me get to the testimony I have, and the testimony also said that they did touch him. So explain to me why you only picking and choosing one part instead of iterating the whole thing.
So now they're going to take off his belt, his bracelet, and put on his shackles so they can bring him to the prison.
So why do you want him in jail, but you don't want Chud in jail? Explain that. I want that. No. Why I asked you why you don't want Chud in jail.
I don't know much about Chud. We're talking about Karmelo here.
But why? Now he don't want to talk. Right. So if it was
okay, so are they saying the verdict today?
No, it's 2 weeks.
Oh wow.
They cut it to, it was 35 witnesses. They cut it to 21 after one of the witnesses switched up Saturday, and he told the actual truth.
Is that true that his dad made somebody nod their head and say, "Yeah, he did it"?
No, that's just
no.
I don't believe that.
Oh, okay.
But at the same time, like I said, they lowered that boy bond. He was out for a whole year.
Yes.
So if he didn't get
could escape where? He never had a prior. So you're saying that he basically is because he's black, he has priors? That's what you're saying?
What's that?
You saying that because he is black, he has priors. You said that he was going to escape. How he was going to escape? He never had priors. This is his first time being in trouble.
Well, no, but he could have escaped and hurt somebody, right?
Hurt who?
I mean, he already murdered one boy.
Could have. But he
Thank you.
The story is,
He already murdered one kid.
more of the story is they should never ran up on him.
Thank you.
And that's the part they don't like. And then they be like, and then they're like, well, maybe he should have went to a teacher. Well, maybe Austin should have went to a
no case. What do you think is going to happen if you run up on me? If you touch me?
Exactly. And what if he would have took the chance? What if he would have took the chance and not pulled out the knife?
And then they want Karmelo
And
to
what
take
if
the
they would
higher
have
ground.
stabbed him? Like, I don't understand.
They want Karmelo to take the higher ground and say, well, Karmelo should have went to go get a teacher. Since he was messing with him. No, since Austin is a leader of a football team, his coach said he needs to be
He should have led by example.
He should have led by example, because even his coach said you need to be more of a leader. That's why he took him off the track team. Like, bro, you need to be more of a leader. So what happened? That was his chance to be more of a leader, like, and just left well alone.
I want to.
Hey man, you know what? I'm going to go.
I just can't see no child going to prison, like, for real.
For real, I can't see. Here is the. Go ahead, man up first.
Why is you steady saying black child? He's a child at the end of the day. No color matters.
No, but the only reason you're defending him is because he's black.
That's not true.
One thing about it, I'm going to defend a white person too. Right is right, wrong is wrong. Point blank.
No. Anybody that come up here and ask you something like that, ask them this simple question: do you believe Chuck the Builder is innocent? And we would know what
Bob the Builder's innocent.
Who?
I know. I like him too. But at the same time, you need to ask
Well, I guess Diddy innocent too. How about
Right.
that?
Does Texas have stand your ground? Does Karmelo Anthony qualify for stand your ground?
Yes, he does.
Does not qualify for stand your ground. The laws in Texas does not allow it.
This discussion says facts, and I'm just answering for facts.
I'm just saying that he did not meet the requirements of the
Can
defendant.
you let me know what those requirements are for you?
For stand your ground.
Can you let me know what those requirements are?
I live in Texas. I live in Austin, Texas, and it's a stand your ground state.
Yeah.
I live here. It's just
Yes, sir, it is a stand your ground state, but I can explain the laws to you if you'd like.
yes, please do.
All right, so a buddy of mine had a very similar situation. He got blindsided in an altercation. He got hit from the side, right?
Mm-hmm.
He got hit first. He was not engaging in an altercation with this other guy. He got hit from the side, right? So he turned his attention to this guy, beat him up, got him on the ground, was punching him on the ground. Because he pinned him down and was punching him on the ground, he's in prison right now for 3 years. Caught a felony case. Because his force was not proportionate to what the guy's force was when he was defending himself.
Yeah, he was
self-defense.
He wasn't defending himself.
Mm-hmm.
No. He's the one that got
got hit, blindsided.
Yes, I understand that, but you just explained it, and I understand everything you just said. And
We
it
all
was
know
the
what's wrong
aggressor.
with Chris.
What?
Okay, let me tell you exactly.
How
is that any different from grown men?
Not say that. You have to determine that.
Not only the George Zimmerman
It
case.
says here. It says
Not
here
only the George
facts.
Zimmerman case showed you what's
It
in
says
the
case.
Hold on.
There was another case in Florida.
Discussion of case facts. Let's talk facts. We don't know
There was another
that
case
fact.
where an old man was pushed down in Florida.
Child, they arguing. Let me play this with you for y'all. I'm gonna play this video for y'all.
And he was in her face, right? Oh, right. In the lady face. She went to go get her husband, right?
Right.
She went to go get her husband from the store. Her husband comes out, pushes the old white man, like, wait. He pushes him off his feet. He
screaming that Austin had been stabbed. I was at
Child,
work,
they going
and so I drove. I work in Great Woods, and I drove up to the hospital straight away. I actually beat the ambulance there. Yeah, I saw them have him come out. He was on a lot of machines, and it didn't take long for them to come in to say that he had passed. So, not sure, senseless act of a boy that was in the wrong tent, and my son doing the right thing by telling that boy that he needed to be removed from where he was, and just doesn't make any sense. I mean, that's.
Whoa.
What's that?
I just built a budgeting app in Base 44.
Guys.
Just because y'all see what I go through on TikTok.
The kid was mad. My
Y'all
son
see
is
what I
not
go
here
through?
anymore, and I don't understand it.
About Austin, what do you want people to know about your boy?
Oh, he was the most amazing kid. Oh, so smart. He had college football guys looking at him to play in college.
trying to
His
read
goal
the
was to
page.
play in college. He just wanted to play football. His life was going to the gym and working out and being a leader on his football team. And he just had such ambitions and a drive that it's hard to find in a kid. And he's just such a good spirit. And so many kids loved him. And his brother lost his best friend.
They're twins, right?
Yeah, identical twins. Yeah.
They've been like,
they are the best of friends. Like, just I'm so worried about my son because he's gonna have to face this world alone now because he had a brother that was with him the whole time, and now he's gonna have to do it alone. And I'm just so worried about it. But I think he said he saw when he took his last breath and before the CPR came back in. So for what I heard, he was unresponsive for 5 minutes. They were able to revive him a little, but I think it was.
There's various reporters reporting it.
Yeah.
That are in the room and things like that. There's definitely various ones. I don't want to tell you a specific one because I don't want to be like, hey yo, this or that, or any kind of bias or anything like that. There's various reporters in the room. And you can select which one you choose to look at.
Can I answer that question, young lady? Because this gentleman doesn't answer questions.
Somebody asked them for it to be on YouTube.
Yeah.
There's the NFAA, there's NBC, there's CBS, and there's also independent correspondents
who are there.
That, like he said,
who are here
in there. You can find it on the actual website, on all of their websites. As far as some of them aren't as articulate and detailed as others, but when you compile them, you can pretty much get the whole picture of what happened. Because some people are being biased and not giving out certain information,
right?
Because the idea is to still carry the narrative, and it's just plain sight. You know what I mean? Like, we know what they're doing. We just have to know what mechanisms that we need to use to interpret, and decipher what is what. But because none of these people on this panel that I've heard or on this platform are giving not only the witness prosecutions testimony, but they're not even going into the cross-examination, which is the plot twister to all of this. So they're walking around thinking that, you know what I'm saying?
What cross-examination would you like me to go into?
Well, I'm sitting here trying to read it, and every time I do, it's always somebody who don't want the narrative, because there are certain people talking about.
No, I didn't understand that you were trying to read them.
Yeah.
So why would you do one side of the story and not the cross-examination to figure out how we can decipher what these students are saying, whether they're telling the truth, whether their stories make sense?
Right.
See, this is where you guys are using your bias and trying to do what you did for 12 months.
No. It was not my bias. I literally gave you all the example. I asked you for an example. I gave you all the example.
You didn't give an example of the 5 elements in Texas.
Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
You didn't give, sir. You did not give the 5 elements or the 4 elements of Texas self-defense laws. You just gave an example. I got it right now. If you allow me to read that, I will. I would love to hear that so he can hear it. Because nothing that you said is aligned with what we're actually talking about pertaining to the case. And I will also
I gave you a very similar case that happened in Texas.
We should not, hold on one second. We should not be focusing on self-defense, because the defense has not brought anything, or the prosecution, other than asking the kids, is it self-defense? How does a 16-year-old know what self-defense is? 1. 2, the initial idea is to find out whether Melo intentionally, knowingly, and maliciously went in to unalive Austin. That's what we're looking for. That's what the prosecution has to prove. And as far as self-defense, we're not even on that right now. So talking about it makes absolutely no sense. What is Karmelo's intent?
Okay, can you tell me exactly what I articulated just now?
You articulated a story when there's a prerequisite.
No, it was a very similar story in the state of Texas. That was a couple of counties over.
You dismissed the case that I said when the old man got pushed by the black guy that was trying to.
No, I told you about that. The old man that got pushed, the black guy pushed down. He got charged. He's sitting in arrested life in prison right now for that case right now.
What are the 4 elements of self-defense, bro?
Yes, please pull up that case in Florida.
I'm asking you, what are the 4 elements of self-defense? You shouldn't pull up a case. It's a prerequisite of definitions that align, that give you every reasonable of doubt that somebody is defending themselves. There's elements. Do you understand that?
Yes, I do. In Texas, I definitely do.
So my man said that he's going to read them off to you, because that was what was asked of you in the beginning. But you give us a story. I need to know.
I did not. He's the one who brought up the Florida story. I did not bring the Florida story. And I will explain how the Florida story went.
I need textbook definition of what the elements of the self-defense in Texas is. Can we read that? Or let's just go to you.
Hold it up. Go ahead.
That was your claim.
Hey, no, nigga, shut up, bro. That nigger's going to prison. That nigger's going to prison.
Hold on. Don't worry about it. I got them. Right. That's their true nature. And that's why they're blocked.
Y'all want Austin? You want us to believe that Austin didn't do the same thing that clown just did?
Exactly.
If not close to it?
Exactly.
Really?
Exactly.
What evidence do you have of that?
You know what a lineman drill is?
I don't know.
You don't know what a lineman? Do you know about football?
I know a little bit about football. I mean, I don't know all the rules and stuff. I didn't play football.
Okay, you don't know about football.
What is
if you don't know these things, and then as
I don't
we
know
know
about
it,
football. I don't know about murder. There's it.
if you guys are so incompetent to scream out what you're screaming out, but don't even know the updates of the trial, what the witnesses actually saying.
All feelings.
Why don't you explain to me what I'm screaming out?
You scream. If somebody does a lineman drill on you, that's 215 pounds and 6'1", against a bleacher, do you think that that's not assault?
How come they didn't see the poke after that push?
We're talking about the contact that Austin made to Karmelo.
He made a lineman contact with this guy?
That's what the witness says.
No, ma'am. The witness said that he pushed him, not even to the effect that there was a guy sitting next to him. He pushed him, and he didn't even touch the guy sitting next to him. It wasn't that hard to push.
It was 4 different birds.
Panel, am I tripping?
No.
You are, yes, ma'am. You are tripping.
No, it was 4 of them.
No. It was 4 of them, and they had all 4 different birds. He pushed them a little bit. Not too aggressive. It was aggressive. So it's inconsistency. Inconsistency.
He also said, before that, I'm not going to fight you at a track meet.
Who also said that?
There's a video. Yes, there's a video. And he said that. I'm not going to fight you at a track meet.
We're talking about what we have in front of us right now as this trial unravels. What we know versus what they are saying.
That's what he said in the trial. That wasn't me that was saying that. That was somebody else on the stand saying this.
Why do you continue to go around what I'm speaking? I'm not even talking about what you're talking about. We're not even having a conversation. The trial is unraveling right now, right in front of our eyes. And there's multitudes.
Facts in the case.
Yes, that's all I want to talk about.
That's what we're trying to do.
So if you don't know any of that information, then go get it and then come back and holler at us.
I have the information. I've been trying to read it for
what information was I incorrect on, ma'am?
Go ahead, John.
Let's let John talk. Let's let John read. Let's let John read it.
I just want to talk about the facts. That's it.
Sounds good. Let's talk about the facts. You're up, John.
Peggy, you just got in here. Hold on.
Is a push not to claim self-defense deadly force?
Burden falls on the prosecution as far as his intent is concerned.
Is anybody disputing my facts or?
We waiting on John, but go ahead.
Hey, so what happened? What do you believe happened? 20 row Georgia. What do you think happened?
I think it was a tragic mistake. I think that yes, Austin Metcalf and his brothers and a couple of his friends approached Karmelo. I believe Karmelo was sitting under the tent. Mm-hmm. All right. And then also, I believe that
do you
Karmelo.
Believe he had the right to be there?
No, he didn't have the right to be there for sure.
Why not?
Why didn't he? All right, so I can explain this. So I used to run the 1600 meter.
About what you used to do. Why do you think that he couldn't be up under that tent? That don't have nothing to do with you. I don't hear that story.
Because it talks about track culture.
Why do you think?
I was trying to explain to you how I know track culture. So it kind of plays on this situation.
Bro, didn't they say they mingle? That's how kids.
Yeah, it was. He met with his friends.
Actually, that's not how track culture works. So,
That's not true.
And they said that everybody was under that tent from different.
Okay, which track meet did you run in? Whoever said I'm not
true. Hey man, get him up out of here.
I ran the 100, I ran the 200, I ran the 4x1, and I ran the 4.
I've been to swinging competitions,
Awesome.
and also we have been under other people's tents.
Okay.
In other people's schools.
Yeah, get him up out of here. He was talking.
I had him leave. I did. Because we got like 5 more minutes on here. And I'm gonna come back.
Do you think, okay, that lady who's been to other track meets, do you think a reasonable person who's getting kicked out of a tent and gets pushed thinks their life is an imminent threat of unaliving?
Yeah, if a motherfucker's 60 pounds bigger than me, I don't know what his next move is. He just shoved the shit out of me.
So you got the size and the strength looking at it, but were there any threats of violent behavior? Was there a larger assault? Was there a weapon that they were using against you when you decided to poke?
You don't know.
They didn't see the poke.
No.
Nobody's seen it.
I'm just saying all the other stuff that would normally make you think it's an imminent threat ain't there. Except the dude was big.
Well, you don't know how hard he hit.
Somebody
doesn't matter. He played football, the kid.
Which he never stood up. He never stood up. Karmelo never stood up.
He
so this guy
from a seating position
over you and telling you need to move. And what I'm not understanding is, if everybody was around them looking at this, how come they didn't see
Yeah, we was.
Because there wasn't all those people there, that's why.
Why did they chase him? When you pushed him, they chased him?
He ran after he pushed him.
So why did everybody else chase him?
Who else chased him? He ran on his own and the cop caught him when he was walking across the street.
No, he did. He went to his coach. The cops did not catch. He started crying. The coach turned him in to the police. So come on.
Okay.
It didn't happen like
but
that.
he admitted to the cop that he did it. And
He didn't run to the cops.
He didn't run to the cops.
He ran to his
coach.
coach.
He ran to the coach. Whatever the case
come
might
on now.
be. Even the police report, it states that he admitted to it.
Just because he admitted to it does not mean he ran to the cops.
He threw the poker down.
No.
He left it on the bleacher.
Thank you.
Come on now. Y'all kill me. Paint your own narrative to make these things look like the
down, left it on the bleacher. And again, all of this stuff has been reviewed already. Why are you still using old situations with this new what was said by the witnesses and the coaches?
Because the witnesses and the medical examiner also said what it was.
I don't see how a reasonable person would think that they were in
threat of unaliving. In danger. That's
Okay, so how?
Because wait, hold up, 1 minute. Let me finish. Right? Texas law states, right? If you're gonna use what he's using, right, as a whatever you want to call it, as a defense, right? It has to be equal. The threat has to be equal.
No, it doesn't.
No, it don't.
So show us where you don't. Show us your claim, sir.
Let me see if I can pull it up. Hold on.
Show us.
It says
No, you made the claim.
you can't use no Texas Brown law. You can't use none of that.
That's misinformation, sir.
I'm explaining something to you. I'm not saying he's doing that.
You know that you're not explaining. You're not explaining.
Listen.
Even summarizing with
nobody can get pushed and then you can poke him. There's no
it
way
does
in the
not say
world
that. It actually says the opposite.
I have it.
What you're talking about.
Texas
Code Chapter Thank 9. You. I was just finna read it.
Texas stand your ground and counsel doctrine.
Yep. You do not have to retreat.
This is the only thing I want to put out. I got it. Texas Penal Code Chapter 9. Stand your ground and counsel doctrine. Stand your ground does not have nothing to do with the school.
Yes, it does.
Stand your ground has everything to do with the Texas state. That means on the school, at the park, anywhere in Texas.
Yes, you are. If it's a pocket knife, yes, you can. Look it up. Yes, you can. Look it up. I looked it up.
retarded, bro.
It's not against the law. It's against
you're not right, yeah.
That's correct. It's against school policy and not against the law.
I guess the main question.
That's right.
That blade that he had,
I
heard in another panel that it was legal. I don't know. I haven't
It
heard
is.
anything from the court yet. I wish I could see something from the court.
Hold on, wait. We gotta let somebody talk. Let somebody talk.
So I guess I'm coming from a panel that had Mr. Johnson.
Yes.
Mr. Johnson, can I speak?
Yes.
I appreciate it.
Yes.
So in the very beginning, if they watch this aspect, in the very beginning, Mr. Howard, the defense attorney for Karmelo Anthony, when he was selecting the jury, he was giving them the law. He was saying that the evidence is in the law, right? So when these people are saying that it was illegal, they're not going by policy. They're not going by state, the legality of the state. They're going by policy. And so he made it very clear that the poker was not a location-restricted poker. If you don't know what a location-restricted poker is, 9.03 in Texas Penal Code, it states certain illegal prohibited weapons. And one of them is if it's over 5.5.
Right,
so
and it's not.
All of this situation. Yeah. So when you're saying, he wasn't raised
I like the facts.
Mr. Defense lawyer, and I'm doubting what you guys are, already stated it was legal, not illegal, but legal in the state of Texas. It didn't matter if it was at a section. It doesn't matter if it was at a school. It doesn't matter if it was at a playground, a baseball game, or what have you.
Right.
He was totally in the right. He was not in a commission of a crime.
The school could have suspended him for bringing the knife, though.
Stick that to my
Yes,
head.
exactly.
Right. The school could have suspended him for bringing the knife, but it's not what he could have did.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing else. That's it.
So y'all need to get it together over there in Austin land.
Yes.
Because it's not working.
And they still focus on the poker. Yeah, and they focus on the poker, and we moved on from that into the whole situation. And I think that's where they stuck at because that's all they have.
They cool with Rittenhouse bringing a pew-pew to a protest.
Mm-hmm.
A pew-pew.
Across state lines.
That's a fact right there.
Yeah.
That's totally
That was a fact.
That's totally
I like
fine.
that.
He did
It
nothing
sure
wrong.
was totally fine.
He did nothing
And
wrong.
I would like
nothing
to
wrong at all.
nothing but the facts in this discussion. I don't want to cover anything else.
Yeah.
I would like to know what Texas, if he had a reason to stand his ground.
And that's what we're trying to get into, because what I'm looking at is what you read with the Castle Doctrine is related. Castle Doctrine, yeah, is related principle that provides stronger protections when defending oneself in a home, vehicle, or a place of business.
Wow, that is powerful.
That's it. That's what it says.
That's Mr. Johnson. That's what I was trying to get you to read to the guy before he left.
Oh, I already know
he
it.
Doesn't know that.
I have it pulled up. I already knew it. I have it pulled up on my Google right now.
Just for educational purposes, can you go over the 4 elements for us?
Yeah, I could. I have them right here.
I would greatly appreciate it. And for those in the back too, take notes. Judge Brown is not a judge anymore because of disability purposes. So,
yeah.
Which he's saying, and he's a Tennessee lawyer. He's not a Texas lawyer. Keep it moving.
Yeah, he is.
Do we know if Karmelo's going to take the stand?
We don't know yet.
That wouldn't be smart.
Yeah,
No?
I don't think so.
We want them, the prosecution, to do what their function is, and that's to find out whether Karmelo went in there with intentions to unalive Austin. That's all we looking for him to prove.
But the heat of the moment, he just attacked. It was basically, he didn't think what he was going to do. He just went to the heat of the moment. I think he shouldn't be there at all because he was suspended from school. So he shouldn't be there.
No, he wasn't suspended.
He wasn't suspended. No, he wasn't.
No, Austin came back from his suspension.
Do you know who was suspended from their team now? The day before the incident? Oh, the Twins were, since you don't want to respond. They actually got kicked off. The coach said on the stand that he kicked them off because they was slacking. They wasn't performing the way that they needed to, and they were leaving to go fishing and to do what they wanted to do.
Wow.
So the coach kicked them off. Kicked them off. Called him Austin the next day. Said, "Hey brother, I need you to step it up and be a leader." He interpreted that as, "I'm gonna go and pick with Karmelo and kick him out."
Wow. Did not know that.
Yeah, I heard that. I didn't heard that. That's why I did not heard.
Yeah, that's what was said. Yeah.
Do we have the video or the
Is that a fact? Is that a fact? That's in court testimony?
Yes, that's in court testimony.
Okay. I didn't know that. I haven't found anything what's going on. I've seen this panel and it says discussion of facts, and I just want to discuss not what everybody thinks, not what everybody's interpretation is, just the facts, man.
Yes,
just the facts, man.
It's just a simple case of he stabbed someone.
Just the facts, nothing else, just the facts. And that's what intrigued me, the facts in this case.
Transcript, and it just got out of hand, but I may have to come back and do it separate because I am on two different stream things.
A copy of that transcript. I haven't read anything. I'm trying to discover everything.
So
if somebody would, that would be great. I don't have it. I haven't seen the case.
No disrespect. I'm not trying to promote nobody.
Go ahead. I don't mind.
There's plenty of panels that are, update by update. They talk about it, then somebody says update, and then they say the update, and then they keep on going to the next one come. And when I've been on, TikTok has had me in a chokehold for the past 3 years.
Yes.
But there's a lot of disinformation out there. You never know your sources. I was looking at the source this morning, and they were giving some doozies out, man, and people just thinking, I know it's an emotional case, and they say it's not racially motivated, but it has a big factor to do with everything.
It does.
Almost 400, 600 years of that going on, and I don't want to say what it is, but y'all already know.
Because if the shoe was on the other foot, he would be.
Yes.
My question is, whether it was
I just want to stick with the fact, though, guys. This is what I'm about right now. So, y'all go ahead and say what you got to say. I don't want to mute anybody from having their own feelings, and that's what you want to do. That's how you are, and I already know. But I just want to discuss the real facts against Austin for Karmelo, against Karmelo for Austin. Just want to do the facts. Going both ways so we can clear this up, man. We need to clear this up as a country. It's tacky around here, man.
Was the knife a bulky knife, like with those?
It was like a pocket little tool, something to do for your cleats. That was all it was.
No, it wasn't.
It wasn't. It wasn't that.
It
was a pocket knife.
Mike Howard asked, "Was it a cleat cleaner?" Being facetious.
Okay.
I heard that.
Yeah, I heard that too.
I saw yesterday. Excuse me, guys. I saw yesterday a reporter who was at the jury, and he saw the picture of the knife. It was like those switchblades that you use to cut ropes.
Okay.
It was
3.5 inches.
That's it.
That's I work in construction with my dad. That's
well up under 5 inches. Is that a fact?
Yeah.
That 3.5 inches was correct.
Yes.
3.5 inches. So that's a fact.
Yes. That's a blade that I
don't want to discuss that.
So again,
So in Texas,
it didn't have other tools. It wasn't one of those knives that had like a screwdriver.
No.
No. It was a knife.
not a Swiss Army knife. I'm old school.
It was like those construction. You see those Home
It
Depot
just
knives?
was a one blade folded knife. I heard.
Yes, it's like those switchblades that are used for construction, basically.
You can go to any corner store anywhere in America and buy one of those little knives.
Yeah.
I know some of you guys have seen them.
Yeah.
They're little short blades.
Most important that now we know that it's not the poker is not only illegal through the court instructions, and now that we know the physical evidence by the officer that it was 3.5 inches.
Facts.
That's
You guys are
so
saying
go
things
back
aren't
to
true.
I love
What?
I love that. Digging out those facts.
If they were jumping him, jumping
No,
Karmelo?
so they saw the
We're
video.
talking facts.
We're talking facts. No.
Yes.
Could I say something?
Yeah, say something.
Yes.
Can I get my question
you're
answered
saying-
first?
No.
Hold on, Cuban.
Had no disciplinary trouble with his school prior to the death of himself. You're saying that he was suspended? That's a rumor?
What?
No, we're saying that he was suspended from the track team. That is a fact.
That's a rumor. That is not true.
That's true. That's in the transcript.
Go look at the transcript, Rocky.
Is a rumor.
Go look at the transcript, Rocky. If I'm saying
fishing, and the coach suspended him for not following the orders. He went fishing. That's why he got.
Come on, guys. That's facts only.
That's a fact.
Come on.
She can look it up.
Not what you think, not what you heard, but a fact.
It's a fact. That's a fact.
I've heard some things too, but I just want to talk about.
Right.
I've heard a lot.
I
I
lost
just
connection.
want to talk about
What
the
is
facts.
happening?
Okay.
I lost connection. What is happening?
She.
So we're saying we made the claim that you can go look up that the coach from Memorial that the boys were suspended from the track team because they were not putting in the work, and they went and one time left to go fishing. So the coach
You know what? You're right. I'm seeing that.
Thank you.
You're correct.
That's what we're
Can I
saying.
ask my question now?
It's kind of a joke.
Had a
I
question.
mean, to make that sound like he
I want to hear this question.
he went
I didn't
fishing.
make it sound like anything. I'm giving you verbatim what the coach said. What are you talking about?
So he went fishing.
You
That's
guys are
silly.
saying
But-
saying that Melo was suspended, but you
You
can't
were wrong.
Hold on, Cuban goes.
evidence of that.
You're correct. He was suspended. My wrong. But
We don't know how
I
he
don't
was
see where
Right.
to go friggin' fishing. It's kind of funny.
He's supposed to be at practice. You can't just go do what you want to do as a student. You got to be where you're supposed to be.
That's what's up.
All right. Let's. Hold on, Cuban.
The excuse don't matter.
Okay, so you want to hold those standards to the other guy? Let's see what he's been into. Let me check his.
He has a 3.7 GPA.
To a lot.
We don't get it.
3.7 GPA.
And if you guys so
Wow, you don't want to go there.
I'm sure he
This is a facts-based panel. So
Right.
If you're going to say these claims, I would love to see the evidence of what you're claiming. Please.
You don't have no
The
evidence.
fact that he had a 3.7 GPA. Those are facts.
That's a fact.
That's a fact.
GPA in our school system.
Karmelo had a 3.7. That's a fact.
Rocky is
Yeah,
mine.
and Harvard students. Get out of here. It's such a joke.
Listen, I have an Ivy League graduate, so if I play with it,
They've been pulling these kids through. Yeah.
Okay, so let's hear what Cuban got to say real quick. Cuban got a question.
It's not, they've been letting kids graduate.
Hold on, y'all. Wait.
Get out of here.
Cuban has a question.
What does that have to do with the case, Rocky? What does that have to do with the case?
So
These kids don't know how to read and write. It's been documented.
That's okay, Rocky. We gonna fix it for you. Hold on.
They're letting kids through, and all of them can't read or write.
Okay.
That's what's the name?
Cuban has a
That's your opinion based.
right.
That's not facts. That's
Exactly.
No, because the colleges.
Trust me, I don't like.
Oh, I done hit the wrong person. Hold on.
But doesn't mean that I can put my opinion over facts.
Hold on. Stop. Hold on, y'all. Wait. Rocky. Let me explain something to you. We're doing facts. We're not doing your feelings on any other race of what you feel. What we're not going to do is do that. Because if we want to get, hold on, your education system fits for you. Nobody, no, let's be clear. Y'all have been passed along through a long time. Y'all don't even know history and you don't even know the government laws. So for you, I'm going to send you on the block list and enjoy it. Right. Like, that's crazy.
We're gonna give him a 3.7. And I'm not the brightest. I have a 2.5 GPA. I tried my hardest. I had to learn a whole different language to come. I'm not an original United States citizen. I came from a different country. I had to learn English, then catch up with every single person. I still had a 2.5 GPA as I went to college. By the way, I'm a GRTC cadet, so I have certificates with honor rolls. I got military base certificates. My rank is sergeant first class. I got archery.
Right.
I'm a varsity. I'm a varsity in archery, raiders, and drill. I know every single command in the military. I'm joining the military after high school. I'm joining the Marines.
That's good.
Hold on for that, brother.
And
hold on for Marines. Yeah, my cousin in the Marines. He's suffering right now.
I'm doing it for you guys. I like
man's wars.
So Cuban,
Hold on for that, little brother. We want to see you in the future, man. Got caught up.
So Cuban,
I respect you and what you're doing.
Cuban.
Who is this mass murderer on
I've been waiting to hear from you.
Yeah, Cuban got a question.
Cuban Ghost.
Number one, I think Rocky was hitting that rock. All right, but my question was, I heard, tell me if it's true or not since y'all talking facts. Was he jumped? Did they jump Karmelo? Were they whooping him?
Oh, they're saying on the court videos that he was not jumped. He was the white guy was a little bit. I can say he was a little bit aggressive. I know how teenagers are. I live with them. I live with them every day. I'm a teenager. I know how people are, especially when they try to show they're bigger than someone.
Mm-hmm.
But
I say what happened in court testimony was that Austin stood up on a bleacher over Karmelo, grabbed his collar to physically remove him.
Yes.
And that's when the stabbing happened.
Yeah.
He grabbed him. If
he
grabbed
him, he crossed the line.
Exactly.
And then he told Karmelo there's nothing in that bag.
He kind of tried to call his bluff.
And he poked it. And that's how it happened. That's how it happened. So nobody realized.
I think that Karmelo overstepped.
And this is in court testimony.
I probably don't poke, but you know what I mean. But if you grab, you were kind of asking for some trouble.
You cannot grab nobody by the collar like you grabbing. He had on a hoodie. He grabbed both collars. The movement to stand him up when he was over Karmelo because he was standing on bridges. He's already 6 foot whatever. Karmelo is 5'8", 5'7", 5'5".
Yeah. 5'8".
160.
How much? 160?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Wow, that's small of a big guy on a bleacher pulling you up. So he pokes it.
Disparity of force for those who want to look at it.
Kids, man, the brain ain't developed, man, and that's fact. He's 17-year-old at the time. His brain is still, he's 19 right now, and his brain is still developing. On that picture on TikTok of me, that's when I was 19 going into the Army. That's not a jailhouse photo. That's an induction photo. That's me when I was 19, and my brain was not developed. I made dumb mistakes.
Carlino,
Yes.
I heard you say something that was not correct. Can you repeat what you just said?
I said that the case of self-defense, it can be variable with different cases. Like you can use appropriate amount of self-defense.
What is considered appropriate amount?
Oh, I think let's say someone pull up a knife on me and I pull up a gun.
It's a poker and a pew pew, please.
It's two different things. Please. You gotta say pew pew or a poker.
Don't leave the live, man, because this is a good live. I love the fact talking. So let's learn some facts from each other.
So the Melo is guilty of bringing a knife to a fist fight, basically.
Yes.
Poker.
It's a poker.
Poker. Yeah, poker. Multi-tool poker.
Yeah, let's be TikTok friendly.
Yes.
So I heard what is a multi-tool? What is a multi-tool?
That's what I heard. It's like when the Swiss Army knife they got more than you got like a knife, a fingernail.
Y'all have a problem with understanding that you about to get this woman's joint banana. Please,
I'm gonna be on here for 5 more minutes, then I'm gonna get down and finish on another platform.
Oh yeah.
So I'll be back.
So this is the same type of Swiss poker that they give like Boy Scouts, right?
That's what they say. It's not.
It's not?
No, it's not.
Hold on, Bossville. Because I'm gonna come back.
Folding tool.
What is a multi?
That's what a Swiss Army knife is, a multi-tool.
That's what he said. They said a multi. So what is that?
Listen, I'm gonna come back, y'all. Listen, hold on. I'm gonna come back. Give me like an hour and I'll be right back, okay? We're gonna continue this conversation. Yeah, go come back.
with TikTok friendly words.
All right. I want to thank y'all on this panel though. We will be back, I promise.
Can I say one thing before you end it?
Yeah. It's okay.
But I want to know, or I don't know if anybody is from Texas that's on this panel, but I say though. Okay, so you are here, Mr. Johnson already kind of knows.
Yeah.
It's something like in Collin County that has occurred like that, bro. This whole thing is just working completely against Karmelo because of the demographic.
Exactly.
Is in Frisco.
Yeah,
so I think no matter what side that you're on, you should understand that, and people should realize that it's not fair just based on the demographic itself.
No,
exactly.
It ain't been fair for about 500 years. But I'm finna tell y'all something before y'all go. It's gonna be fact-based. Texas is a stand-your-ground state.
Yes.
It has no reasonable reason to move. And that's what's going to Texas deal with facts. I'm telling you what I know.
Yeah,
y'all can take it with a grain with a salt, but I'm telling you what I know.
And the people that
Texas is a stand-your-ground and Catholic doctrine state. He has no reason to leave, no matter if he's under that tent. I don't care if it's prohibited. He ain't got no reason to leave.
Think a lot of people don't realize
you can't assault nobody.
They haven't realized or experienced being at a Texas track meet. A Texas track meet is basically like a big party. It's not
like a big party.
Yeah.
So if you under this tent or you with this school, you have to be here. You have to be there. People just don't use simple common sense to understand that. If I have friends that is in the same track event that I'm in, I'm going to go talk to my friends that could be at this school or that school.
At the Texas relays down here in Austin, people be everywhere.
Yeah, it's like a big party.
And I want to know how it is. I'm from Jersey, so I don't know how it is.
Trust me.
Yeah, it's totally different. That's why when people get information.
Texas relays down here in Austin, Texas, I'm all over that stadium.
Yeah, I'm talking about they'll have the track stuff going on. You'll have cookouts going on. You'll have people selling stuff. It's totally different. So when people are getting, this is the thing, people are getting a bunch of information about what's going on, but really, really deep down inside, the only people who realize what's really going on is people that's here in Texas.
Texas, yeah.
You'll have people that's saying whatever they want to say behind their phone screens and coming up on panels and stuff like that. But the people in Texas honestly know what's going on. And that's why I said it's definitely rigged right now because of the demographic in the city that he did it in. And I want to know. I want everybody to understand this too. Nobody is talking about this either. Austin Dad, the DA, and the residing judge, all are friends.
Oh.
See, these are the stuff I want to get out because Facts is going, even if they do convict him, he's going to get out on appeal.
He's going to get out on the appeal because the DA messed up on not making it a mixed jury.
Exactly. That's what I was trying to get into when they picked the jury because that's when the defense attorney said, he even asked that. And he basically said why that he felt like it was a racial thing because why is it not a mixed jury?
That is because that's what's going on, but nobody wants to speak about it.
Nobody want to talk about it. Yeah, that's another thing.
That's what's going on here in Texas.
Yeah.
No, it's okay. I got you, Mr. Justin, because I've been sitting on the panel just listening. But that's what's going on. So that's why when I hear people like talking ignorant, how the Rocky Lake was and all that, all of them are just giving their opinions. But people here in Texas actually know what's going on.
Exactly. That's what I've been trying to explain.
The thing about it too that's gonna make it even more worse on either side is that if Melo beats this, and this is why people keep talking about the Samuel Brown thing about it. If Melo beats this case, it's gonna be a super race war here in Texas.
Exactly. They already saying it in the comments.
Texas, trust me.
Yes.
I believe it and I know it. I'm telling
everybody,
everybody affect the whole country now.
Yes,
so,
everybody that's
down here.
Everybody that's not from Texas. Let me tell you something.
That's right.
I'm gonna explain it in words. Everybody here in Texas has GUNX.
Yep.
I'm gonna let you know that now. It don't matter who you are, who you are, no matter what. Everybody has it. No matter if you black, white, Mexican, Hispanic, Asian.
Yeah.
You literally can walk in, get you one, and come out with it.
Yeah.
So we all. So that's why it makes it. That's why this situation is gonna make it. It's gonna be broader and it's gonna be more dangerous because if Melo beats this,
it's gonna be a mess.
I'm talking about hot like fish grease. I'm telling you now.
Yes, they're gonna be super duper hot.
And that's what people not understanding. They looking at it just from the case standpoint.
Everybody got them confused too.
Yes, and it's making it even worse that all the one of the bad things about it too is that people aren't talking about this either. That is blame discrimination inside of this case. That's coming out. Everything is getting exposed. So it's like whenever if you finessing somebody or you stealing from somebody and then they find out, or you're not treating somebody the right way and then they find out, or other people are finding out also, it kind of shows your hand. So the people that's been politically doing certain things or not talking about this, not talking about that, is getting exposed right now.
Yep.
So it's kind of like it's just the plain truth that has to come out. If none of this, if we didn't have TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, social media, and this wasn't a story that was brought in, I promise you, Karmelo would have got convicted the same day that this happened. But it's the fact that everybody is listening and seeing.
Follow my page. I'm down with you, Papa.
No, I got you. I want to talk about it, and I gotta get it out because I've been talking to my friends about it. But they understand it too because I'm in Dallas, so you in Austin.
Me too. I'm in Dallas too.
So I understand this, but this is what I'm saying. There's so many factors that's going into this that if Melo does get off on this, it's going to expose a bunch of more stuff that for hundreds and hundreds of years that these people been doing. It's out in the open now. So it's like you can't really do somebody wrong now.
That's why I want to talk about facts. Facts gonna bring it. If we talk about number facts,
that's why I said I'm gonna come back.
Bring all this stuff in the open.
I'm gonna come back.
All right, Miss. What's her name, Miss? All right, Miss Host. Thank you.
You welcome.
Notification when you come on.
I sure will.
guys. I really enjoy it. Even though I'm from Jersey, I'm enjoying this a lot. I'm learning a lot of facts.
Thank you. See y'all later.
All right. Big T, what you was finna say before I go?
JGN, I just followed you.
No doubt about it. I just want everybody to know that one fact. I'm sorry, Miss Big T. I'm gonna get this off in there. I'm so sorry because I don't want to miss it. But this is what I'm telling everybody. Again, Austin Dad, the DA, and the judge are all friends. Y'all can look this up, Google it, dark web, whatever you need to do. They're all friends, and they all have been hanging out way before all this occurred.
Wow. Inbox me, man.
I can believe that.
Yeah.
I can believe it.
Look me up on Facebook.
All right, don't forget about it, Miss Host.
I won't.
But they said the night that Hunter had. They said the night that Hunter had. I mean that Anthony had. That was for Hunter.
That Karmelo had.
Yeah, that was for Hunter. I don't understand that. They said that this confirmed
that use
the
multi-tool.
knife that Karmelo had. It was really a Hunter knife.
No, I don't think so.
No. From the information that I've heard here in Texas is the fact that they cannot prove right now if Karmelo brought that to the track meet.
Right.
Yeah. The visual cameras doesn't show him having it on him. No, and on top of that, none of the kids that was there had said, "Oh, we clearly seen that he had this, or we clearly see that we had that." The only thing that they remember was it was talk. It was talk. In the altercation occurred, and then Karmelo did what he did. They can't prove if it was Karmelo that actually brought it. That's why they're not leading with self-defense. That's why I'm so tired of seeing this in the comments.
Wow.
They're not leading with self-defense.
Go ahead, Apple user, because I'm finna drop down in a few minutes. In 1 minute.
They can't lead with self-defense.
But they're not. That's what I'm saying. Carmelo's defense right now, I'm in Texas. I'm in Dallas. So I know pretty well know everything that's going on. They're not leading with self-defense. They're leading with what he got charged with. It's a totally two different things. Everybody keeps saying self-defense, self-defense, self-defense. That's not what he's leading with. He can't lead with that.
That's right.
Well, what's going on is, I'm ex-law enforcement, so what's going on is the prosecution overcharged Karmelo with first-degree murder.
That's true.
That means that means you have to show intent that he meant to unalive Austin.
Yeah.
They cannot show intent that he unalived Austin. That's why Karmelo's going to walk.
I believe that. They can't. They can't show it.
If he doesn't, like I was saying earlier, it's because that Austin. This is what people fail to realize also too. What I kept saying, Frisco is 80% YT. I'm not gonna say it just because of the live and everything. They're 80% that, and 20% the other side, our side, melanated people. So what this means is when you just like. Basically, what I'm saying is them staying in Frisco was them sticking out like a sore thumb.
Yeah.
You don't do that here in Texas, and specifically Dallas. When you're a melanated person, you either stand in Dallas, DeSoto, Duncanville, Cedar Hill, Lancaster. When you get to Frisco, that means that you made it. It's just like a young boy that's melanated that end up going to private school.
Yeah.
You got blessed. Your parents are in a good position and situation to be able to pay for it, and they living a great life. That doesn't mean that you're still gonna fit in with those guys. You know what I'm saying? It don't matter what it is. And that's what it's hard to explain it because other people can relate, but only people here in Texas can understand what's going on.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
I went to high school in Austin High School, and that's in West Austin. There ain't nothing but 100% out there. And I went to high school out there, so I know exactly what Karmelo went through.
Yeah.
I know how he felt, and I know what type of pressure he was on. But I only want to talk about the facts. And the Indigenous King, thank you for spreading that fact around, because I did not know that.
A lot of panels aren't talking about that because they don't understand.
They don't understand
that
it.
They overcharged him, and they cannot prove intent. So that's why they're like trying to stall or whatever they're trying to do.
No, it's not they trying to. They are going to stall it just because of the simple fact of everything is out in the open. And people that realize and know what's going on is saying, okay, if y'all really do, and that's why I don't like getting into political views and all that, because it's like, it's right and wrong. That's how I was raised.
Yeah.
It's right and wrong. If a person is wrong, okay, you gotta do, for what you did, you gotta take the consequences. If you're completely right, or if you had justification behind it, and it was nothing that was going on before that, and you just did that, then hey, you're right. The thing is, everybody knows how corrupt Texas is in the court system. So the fact that if Karmelo does get convicted of this, it's like we clearly know, okay, somebody had their hand in something that's a higher authority that nobody can either touch, get to, or even understand what's going on. It's getting there a bigger picture after that, bro.
True that, but I also worked in the federal government. I have sources that are telling me today that they are prepared to have National Guard in case it goes either way.
Yeah,
they're going to have troops deployed to not so it don't break out.
I just told the panel, if Karmelo walks on this, it's going to start a super race war here in Texas. I'm letting y'all know. So
he's not lying. It will start.
The federal government's already prepared.
Yeah, they already prepared to come.
They're going to have to, because the MAGA and the guys who not understanding what's going on, who don't want to sit there and say, okay, I know this is a part of me, but you're wrong for doing that. And just because you're wrong, I'm just going to stand behind it. They're not trying to hear the logic behind it. They know that if that happens, it's gonna be. I'm telling you, you can randomly go somewhere and then somebody gonna mess with you, and then now it went left. But now it's gonna be on a bigger scale because Texas is so big. You got other cities outside of Frisco and outside of Dallas, outside of Houston, Austin, where they are predominantly YT. They're not trying to hear nothing. They don't want you coming down their streets, and they'll act like they cool with you, or they'll act like it's friendly. But make sure or see if you go on one of them back roads trying to go fishing, just like Austin did.
Man, come on, man. This dude preaching real for real.
You won't be heard of no more. And I'm telling you, this is an actual person that's from the state of Texas, grew up all my life, 27 years old. You know where you can do stuff, and you know where you can't do things. You know where you can go, you know where you can't go. When that sun start going down, you know what I'm saying? You got other states, Mississippi, Alabama, all that, but
all that. And trust me, man, this dude is saying the right things in the right type of way. Me personally, I've been a little bit everywhere in Texas. I bar none, but it's a fact that people will mess with you down here.
For sure.
They ain't got no business doing it.
Especially if something is brought, something so big as this, they not even trying to hear, okay, Austin was wrong. You know what I'm saying? Hypothetically, if that's the case, they say, all right, Austin is wrong. They found Karmelo not guilty of it. The other people not trying to hear that. They don't care. Even if it went all the way to a jury.
Beavis, hold on, y'all. Beavis, I don't know who Ashley Gonzalez is, but if she can't even speak if she not here. So, yeah. But y'all, I'm finna go ahead and end this. I will be back in an hour, I promise y'all. And we'll continue this, y'all.
Please notify my page, please.
Yeah,
okay.
I love this discussion. Even though I don't have much opinion about stuff because I'm from Jersey, I really love to learn about the case from different perspectives.
Okay.
The case is the case.
People going back on the panel. I would love
I will for sure come back. But the case is the case. But the people that's here in Texas can truly understand and explain to you on a whole different level of it on what they're putting into the media. Because they still fear-mongering this stuff.
I have no idea how you guys do track.
All I'm gonna say is be prepared for YT to be mad because he's walking on this charge.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's going down. It's going down.
All right,
they can't prove intent. They cannot prove intent.
No.
What is YT, by the way, guys?
Somebody inbox him. Oh yeah, she's out. She's here. She here already. Her and what's his name? They out here.
Dr. Matthews out there?
Yes.
Yeah, they already here. Because I'm telling y'all, this gonna be the case. This is one of the cases for dang near forever that's gonna be this way. Most of the time, it doesn't get this much attention, and it isn't shown that the court system is literally being unfair. That's what in any other case, you got people locked up right now for something, if not similar, but it's just the process of the due process, and that wasn't fair. And it's all, and it's like, come on, bro. Now you got people up the road doing 30, 40 years life for something that is something similar to this, but it's because it's not as broad. People don't know what's going on. That it's not gonna get no attention. This right here has to show everything. Yes, it's gonna expose a bunch of things that's been going on here in Texas.
Yeah.
Actually, because Karmelo was not that kid who was like those kids who want to be gangster kind of kids. It's because he in New Jersey.
No.
You in New Jersey?
No. You're not going to be, I'm telling you right now, you can say Collin County or Frisco, whatever. You're not going to be in those type of cities doing any type of crime.
I'm going to put it like this.
They're not letting it go.
Yeah.
He was not a kid like that. He was a good kid. He had a good GPA. He was a smart kid. He was going places.
Yeah.
Yes. It was literally an unfortunate situation, and it's worse that it happened in Collin County.
Yeah.
Yes, and maybe he wasn't. It happened on the heat of the moment. We think it happened stuff to us that we don't even think about it when we notice what we did.
No, that's why. That's anybody that was considered a gangster that they say wouldn't have went and did that and ran to their coach or would have went to law enforcement. In Texas, you do something like that, you getting up out of there. You going on the run.
Exactly. Same in New Jersey. It's either you.
Kayla, hold on, y'all. Kayla, he's not taking a plea deal. Stop coming in here with that. He's not taking a plea deal.
That's why it irritates me so bad, because I'm the type of person I really don't talk much. Because when I talk with sense. But I sit there and I've been sitting on the panel for probably about an hour, and I'm seeing people just come up or people spamming comments.
Yeah, don't know what they're talking about.
Just to get a reaction. And
right.
It's not like that. We don't talk that. Just tell it like it is. I'm not speaking. I'm an African American. I'm not speaking off the fact that, okay, my other black brother is in a situation. No, it's right or wrong. If he would have did wrong,
yeah, we would have been said that.
People gotta stop thinking that everything's about race. No, it's not. It's about right or wrong. If it was a white person that did it to a black kid for his self-defense, it wouldn't be. It wouldn't even be a conversation about it.
Yeah.
It wouldn't be on the news. It would just say a hero. It wouldn't be a hero.
Right, but I'm gonna end this, y'all. I'm gonna come back. I promise I'm gonna come back. I'm gonna end it. All right, y'all.
Yeah, you can. I guess before she ended, you gotta get last.
No, I'm okay. If somebody start up another match, I just got a question. I'm gonna get more of that shit.
Can I ask you a question real quick?
I'm gonna end it in a minute, but go ahead.
I gotta watch the dishes before my mom give me PTA right now.
Okay.
Because I don't do live. This is my first time ever happened on somebody's live.
You guys.
Go ahead.
I'm a bit older than JGN, but I'm trying to figure out what do we need to do as a collective. Put them kids in your purse, kind of. What do we need to do as a collective to fix all
this?
Huh?
Say it again.
The only thing I can say, I don't know what I said. It say Luther Bryson.
It say Luther Bryson. My name Matthew.
Okay, yeah, Mr. Matthew. The only thing that I can tell people
come on, man.
It's not really a plan, or it's really not a call to action that we can do right now, because it's swaying in a way that's gonna be beneficial for our kind, right? The only thing that I can say immediately after this thing go on is protect yourself.
Yes, sir.
It's the only thing I can say, because, like I had told her before.
Hold on, y'all, because somebody upset.
It's going to start a race war that's bigger
My bad, y'all. Give me one moment. I'm gonna play some. Okay, I did not extend for that to go that far. I should have did it separate. I forgot this is a whole different conversation. We gonna stay on for a little bit. Keep it moving. I'm finna play what Hunter said in the interview, and then we gonna keep on to the script, and we'll do a part 2 tomorrow with everything. I just have to separate it because it's hard to do fast, and I'm gonna put this on subscriber mode.
It's too little, too late.
What can the community do for your family?
They need to support the kids at the school. Austin was loved by so many people. They need to know that there's other people out there for them and not against them, you know. And Frisco Memorial has got a football program it's in a process, and we want everybody to know that it's a family and they're there together. So, but just to put your arms wrap around the support.
And Southside, I don't know if you still in here. Yeah, girl, she tried to make it seem like his GPA was bad.
This is Hunter. Did you want to talk to him?
I'm so sorry for him. Thank you. I'm so sorry. He's a good kid. We just got a little altercation, and that's really it. But he has a good heart. Everyone knows. Everyone around here knows he's a great kid. He just one mistake from that dude, and just took my brother. Just he didn't deserve it. No one deserves a loss from a family like that. I know people that lose family members all the time, but I just didn't know it was gonna be mine so soon. My best friend and my brother my whole life, but if y'all could just not y'all, sorry. Just thank y'all for just comforting us, and the Frisco area has been comforting my family and me, and I just really appreciate everything that everyone's done. It's a really hard loss, but we're gonna get through it with my family, so we'll just stay together.
I wrote a podcast solo. No producer, no editor, no tech skills, just Riverside. I get high.
I mean, our relationship is really the tightest I've ever seen in somebody, between two human beings. I mean, we did everything together. Clean the dishes together, do the artwork together, sports, you name anything in the world, it's always us two and one thing. So you're always just basically one person.
You guys just a few minutes apart?
4 minutes.
Mm-hmm. Austin was first by 4 minutes. He got.
FYI, I just got word that Karmelo is they're doing a jury. I think they're having a jury deliberate. So they're trying to see if he's going to walk free or not. Now, I thought the lady was trolling because they be trolling, but no, I just seen it on someone else's page. This a verdict watch, and that's what we're waiting on. But I still want to read the transcripts with y'all. So I'm going to play this, and then we're going to do a little transcript, and then we're going to do a part 2. I did not expect it to go that long. I apologize to everybody.
There's a lot of big brother stuff around. He's always on my back. Even if I'm in the wrong, he'll always take my side no matter what.
I forgot. We were talking about
heartbreaking
TikTok.
to see someone that cares for you that much and does everything even by your side no matter what, just pass away like that.
Mm-hmm. Your mom told me that you were there.
Yes, ma'am.
If you don't mind, what happened?
There was this kid, before I knew his name now, this kid was sitting under our tent at track. We asked him to move. He started getting aggressive, talking reckless, and my brother stepped in. He said, "You need to move." He's like, "Make me move." Austin grabbed his backpack. The staff.
So you heard what he just said? He said they grabbed the book bag. He did not see it. Okay?
But then I look at my brother, and I'm not gonna talk about the rest. So just that's just what I saw, and I tried to help him, but
it was just senseless.
It was really senseless. Really, I don't know why a person would do that to someone just over that little argument. It's just crazy in this world nowadays how people just up and do that. Like that man has a family. That man has people that care about them all the time, and he did everything for our family too. He was a strong man. He was a strong kid.
Mm-hmm.
I was strong. I tried to help him, but
it was just senseless.
It was really senseless. Really, I don't know why a person would do that to someone just over that little argument. It's just this kid was sitting under our tent at track. We asked him to move. He started getting aggressive and talking reckless. And my brother stepped in and said, "You need to move." And he's like, "Make me move." Austin grabbed his backpack. The kid, I tried to whip around as fast as I could, but I didn't see the stab. But then I look at my brother, and then I'm not going to talk about the rest. So just that's just what I saw. And I try to help him, but
it was just senseless.
It was really senseless. Really, I don't know why a person would do that to someone just over that little argument. It's just crazy in this world nowadays how people just up and do that. Like that man has a family. That man has people that care about them all the time, and he did everything.
So, from understanding that, grab the book bag. Now, me reading this, they talked to the coach. I want to read what happened at 2 because I was disrupted. Okay. Prosecutor Mitchell ends his examination for the forensic video witness. Okay. So Porter testified there appears to be some shoving in the video. It's possible the person being pushed may have been sitting down, which was Karmelo. He was pushed. He was sitting down. That's who was pushed. He was pushed. Okay. It could have been a punch. Porter says that's a possibility. Porter testified he could not tell with certainty whether it was shown a shove or a push. And after the incident, the video appears to show Anthony walking on the track. He is met by a coach who has set his arms over him in what looks like some kind of embrace, some form of embrace. It appears Anthony is squatting on the track and grabbing his head. Shook up shop appears to be trying to make the point that Anthony did not run away from the scene and hide like the state said he did. Okay, so he didn't run and hide, and everybody saying he hid, he did not, and that's why I was trying to do this. The prosecution next witness is Robert Starr, head coach for Memorial High School. He also strength and conditioning coach for the football team. He'll be okay. He upset because they went to the store without him. He coached Austin Metcalf and his brother, both linebackers for Memorial. As prosecutor Bill shows juries pictures of Metcalf's brother, their mom wiped their eyes. Coach Starr told jurors about the importance of these team tents at the track meet. He says they are meant specifically for students of the school. Do they have a policy on bringing any weapon? Weapons are not allowed in any shape, form, or fashion. Okay, but basically you can bring something small. So the prosecutor did not notify. That's why a lot of people are saying that they're not proving it because they did not notify on behalf that what type of weapon it was. They didn't say, hey, this is what it was, this and that. Nobody notified what he didn't ask the question that needed to be asked. And I'm just being honest. Senior crime and justice reporter Rebecca Lopez filled these notes from the morning proceedings. So then they had someone named Rebecca come in and take it. We are here because this young man decided to take a weapon to school and to a track meet. And the prosecutor told jurors this opening. The case has nothing to do with race. It has nothing to do with self-defense. I don't see how it don't because the coach just said it. The prosecutor told the jury that Austin Metcalf shoved Anthony's, and so he launched a sneak attack. He said Anthony goaded Austin, and when he was asked to leave, and he said, "You have to make me." Prosecutor said that Austin had only been in the stadium about 6 minutes when he was unalived was stabbed to. Hold on. Why is it not moving down? Stabbed to death in 2 minutes after Austin got to the tent. Austin enters the picture. Metcalf told Anthony to leave. Austin said, touch me again and see what happens. Metcalf took the bait and Anthony swiftly and suddenly unalived him. That's what the prosecutors told the jury. Coaches stepped away. Anthony, who told him, he touched me, as if it somehow justifies this fat act, as if someone that fat justifies unaliving. The defense attorney, Mike Howard, told jurors in his opening that they should believe less than half of what they see, and there's a lot of completely false information. He said Anthony tried to get out of the rain and goes under a tent because he sees someone he knows and goes to talk to him. He doesn't slip in like some thief in the night. This is what Howard said. Howard said that he went in to talk to him. He didn't slip in like a thief in the night to do anything to anyone. I'm gonna read this a little bit, and then we're gonna go to stand your ground. And we'll pick up for tomorrow. He doesn't slip in the night, thief in the night. That's what Howard said, who was about 10 to 15 students under the tent. He said Metcalf and his brother confront Anthony and tell him to leave. As long as you don't touch me, we're cool. Okay. He said that Anthony was seated and Austin was being aggressive. And then by 4:00, they came back. There was some accounts. There was a coach do something. And the coach said that Hunter Metcalf told him, he said students pointing to Anthony as if he was walking to the track. So they had seen him talk to his friend and the guy that he knows, and he got pointed out. And the coach said he approached Anthony. He was walking very calmly and asked him, what the hell did you do? He said Anthony responded, he put his hands on me. The coach told jurors he threw his hat and put his hands in the air as if he was overcome by frustration and emotion. Everybody was praying. The coach testified being emotional. I just knew Austin was gone. The coach identifies Anthony in the courtroom and said he looks different now. He's a clean cut today. And they were performing CPR. The jurors told the jurors a track tick is like a locker room. That's what I read earlier. And she was working the district met at the Kendall Stadium in Frisco on April 2nd. She said there was a lot of confusion on that day because of the rain, and some athletes were on the field and some were on the bus, and some were under the tent. At one point, she said she heard screaming. She said a student pointed out Anthony at the person involved. She said she told another coach that Anthony unalived someone to get in front of him to prevent him from walking further. Whitaker testified she tended to Austin Metcalf performing CPR until paramedics arrived. She said she was in autopilot. You can just keep going until help arrives. She told Drew she was not hopeful when she saw him. To get in front of him to prevent him from walking further. Oh, I'm sorry. She wasn't not hopeful when she saw the wound. And then it says that the next witness is Coach Vincent, and Coach Vincent said that, what did you do? He said he put his hands up on me and I stabbed him. And Coach Hooper told Anthony that this could change his entire life if Metcalf died. Hooper testified that Anthony told him he's not going to die. Metcalf's mother, who was in the courtroom, began crying, and Hooper described Metcalf after he'd been stabbed. He was pale white and there was a pool of blood. Defense lawyer Toby Shaw asked Hooper whether he agreed that Anthony genuinely felt upset about the incident, and Hooper said he did feel that he was genuine. Now, even though I couldn't get into everything like I wanted to today, I do want to get into the stand your ground. And hey, CSSC, girl, you don't miss it. It went trailed on left. But we're going to do better, and I put that on myself. Stand your ground in the state, in your Texas. Stand your ground in Texas law. I'm going to read it to y'all. Okay, so Texas law allows individuals to defend themselves without a duty to retreat when facing an immediate threat under specific conditions codified in the Texas Penal Code. So Texas is considered a stand your ground law, meaning that a person who is lawfully present, not engaged in criminal activity, has not provoked, the other party is not required to retreat. Before using this force in self-defense, this law appeals in public places as long as the individual has a legal right to be there, which he did, and reasonably believes that the force is immediately necessary to protect themselves from unlawful force. Castro doctrine is what we just talked about on TikTok. So the Castro doctrine that provide stronger protections when defending oneself in a home, vehicle, or place of business under this doctrine. Individuals are presumed to have reasonable fear of imminent harm if someone unlawfully enters or attempts to remove them from their spaces, right? So a dead, unaliving force is justified if the person is reasonably believed it is necessary to prevent violent crimes such as unaliving, essay, kidnapping, or robbery. So when they touch his bag in the shove, that's what it was. Hey, definitely went on. I agree, Mrs. Divine. So that's exactly what Texas stand your ground is. So you have to claim self-defense. So the threat must be immediate in the belief of danger reasonable. The force must be proportional to the threat. The person claiming self-defense must not be the aggressor, which he was not. He was sitting down or engaged in criminal activity at the time. Remember, he was sitting down and they grabbed him by his hoodie. So that is another way that it is self-defense. So if he was sitting down and the person walked up on him and grabbed him, that is self-defense. Self-defense is generally not prohibited if the threat is only verbal or involves insults. The individual provoked the confrontation or agreed to fight. The person is resisting arrest or interfering with law enforcement unless excessive force is used by the officer. Okay? While the Texas law provides strong protections for lawful self-defense, it does not grant blanket immunity. Meaning, if he hit Austin first, hey, Cozell with Karen, if he hit Austin first, that would not be it. Exactly. The boy was also bigger than him, and there were 4 of them, not 1, 4. And I'm glad somebody said on TikTok, I know y'all heard it when he said what they're not talking about is the charge. He has a M1 charge. He does not have a misdemeanor charge or any of that. They put it as an M1. Now, I was listening to someone last night and they said that's easier to walk away from because, yeah, the defense arrest today they did. So we waiting on the verdict. Because of the fact was that we heard one of the witnesses say, oh, yeah, I told him to touch him. He don't want to move, touch him. One thing nobody is talking about, this is a child. They're children. Why would any parent, and I don't care what race, no, if you tell one child to tell another child something, it's going to escalate. Am I lying or am I wrong? It's going to escalate. Because that child is going to think, what you telling me for? You ain't my mama, you ain't my daddy, you don't tell me what to do. I got every right to be here. Am I lying or am I flying? And I think people not thinking of that. They're just thinking of it as, oh, well, no. I have said this multiple times. You do not have another child tell another child what to do. That does not work. That calls an altercation. That calls a fight. That calls an argument and trying to get people to not be this and that. You have to have an adult to do that. You don't have a child go tell another child anything. Children who don't like anything, it could be siblings or whatever. If they feel some type of way and they feel like, well, I'm in charge because somebody told me to, they're gonna grab it. They're gonna want to fight. That is one-on-one parenting. Even if you a teacher would tell you that, You don't do that. You know what you go tell them. Because if you got them to do that, it's going to be a whole different thing. Something going to happen. So no, I will tell it because I'm the adult. That's how they go. Even if you grown and your mama be like, all right, shut up. Y'all doing too much fighting. Hush, don't say nothing. Be quiet. I was at work a couple of days ago and I saw one of my customers, the mom was talking to the daughter. And the daughter said here was trying to talk about, well, we don't need it. She said, She said, no, leave it alone. And the older sibling saying, yeah, I'm glad you told her that because I was going to say something. She saying, you're not going to say anything. I said, I know that's right. That's how that go. No. Don't say, hush. You're not going to say nothing either. That's it. We're not arguing. We're not doing that today. That is parenting 101. Every parent know that rule. I don't care if you an auntie, a cousin, you babysit, you work at a school. If you around children, you know you have to end it. I don't care how old they are. You have to end that conversation. I think the problem is people think 17 is an adult, and what makes me, and they're not mentally, how do you put it, mentally mature enough. So you have a lot of people that say, well, that's wrong. That was a man. He had the right to tell him 17 is not mentally mature enough. Baby, you can't even get an apartment. This is 2020. You can't get an apartment till you 18. And even when you 18 and 17, they still asking you to feed them. They're not mentally mature. You still have to tell them to clean up their damn room. They're not mental. Boys are not mentally, girls are. They're a little more mature. They're getting there. Boys, no. No, ma'am. You still got dirty drawers on the floor. You still got to wash their clothes and go through their pockets. That was not a man. That was a child. I don't care what his brother said. Because they had to be the men of the house. That's still a child. And what I need people to understand, all these people who making it a race thing, that's a no. Y'all are the same people. And I hate to say it, I got to be honest. Y'all are the same people that think that you can lay with a child. Okay? No. They're still children. To me. Because if I got to tell you to clean up your room, you're a child. If I got to still go with you and give you your social security card and your birth certificate and your ID, and I got to sign for that, and I got to sign for everything, you're a child. I don't care. You're a child. You ain't an adult until I see maturity. You're a child. And that's what people don't understand. I'm starting to see a lot of different parenting situations with this as well. Not just racial, but it's also different parenting skills. Because people are sitting here like, yeah, well, they're children. That's like telling 5-year-olds in kindergarten to put the toys up. Like everyone should. Exactly, but anyone would refuse to take order from anyone else that don't have the authority to do so. Exactly, goes up with Karen, and that's the thing. And that's when I said early on this live, I asked someone, I said, if you are in a corporate workplace, everybody know, wherever you work, right? You're my peer. You're not salary. You're not a supervisor. You know what I'm saying? Or area person. You're my peer. So if I'm having a conversation, you coming to me, oh, I need that done in 5 minutes. We on the same pay grade, baby. Who are you? Like, girl, you do it. You see how they go? No. Well, no. That's not how they go. Just like when people go to stores and they feel the same way of talking to an associate any kind of way. It's the same damn thing. It's the same thing. When you at work, do you want your peer who makes the same pay as you, who is not an authority to tell you what to do? Just like one lady on my panel, y'all heard it on TikTok if y'all was in here and it's early in the live. They were trying to tell me what to do. Somebody told me to shut up and I shut their ass right on right out. Excuse my French. I don't know what kind of authority y'all have. That orange man is going to get you messed up. That orange man is going to get you messed up. Let's be clear. You don't talk to anybody any kind of way. You don't talk to them like they're your pet or your children. That you do not talk to nobody So when I hear people say, oh, you need a shot, I don't have to do a damn thing. This is 2026. I'm an adult, baby. I don't have to do anything. And then people get mad at me when I say, make me shut up. Because what you're not going to do is tell me what to do. And I think that's the problem. I'm seeing a lot of entitlement. Baby, your entitlement to think you running something, you don't. Oh, yes, it's been going on. And he don't even like them. He think they're on the bottom of the totem pole. He already said F them not once, twice, but multiple times over. You're not going to tell me what to do. They can't hold a conversation. And shout out to JNG, I think that's his name. He said something true. And shout out to Indigenous King on TikTok. They said that we are already having people come down. When I knew Dr. Candace Matthews and it was coming, I already knew because I've been waiting on them the whole time. Also, they called in a state of emergency already for anybody. They're already coming. They're already coming. And I'm going to tell you why. It's finna get real. If you are in the state of Texas, be careful, be mindful, because it's going to be crazy. Like he said, there are plenty of people that are holders here in the state of Texas. Plenty of people. So be mindful. They are resting today. I am going to do a part 2 tomorrow. And tomorrow we will go over everything. I will have the panel. I will be doing this on TikTok today. I told them in an hour, but I might go at 4:30 just to give myself a break. But it's a lot of entitlement, and I saw that in my chat. I wish I could let y'all would have seen that chat. It was entitlement. It was black people are dumb. Oh, you think you're this. Oh, you heard what he said. We got called the N-word. We got called that we feel like we're black and we're entitled. Yeah, we y'all heard it. Mm-hmm. Y'all heard the whole conversation. So to the people that like to bait for the mixed child, that's exactly what they think of you. You can never sit with her. She can't sit there either. So I don't not understand it. Yes, it's too much in Texas. It is. It's very depressing. And like that man said, oh yeah, someone, you got to go back early in the live, girl. It's all on TikTok. I had a lot of people in here, baby, when I was talking to them in TikTok, people could not take what was said. They had to get off the live. They was upset. Yes. Hey, Melody, they were upset. I hope it does. The reason I say it does because we have talked about it. They gave him a high charge. I don't know why. They could not prove that in all the witnesses. There was one witness that came on Saturday I wanted to get into. There was one witness that came on Saturday who was Austin's friend and told everything that happened. Everything. They thought he was going to work in a prosecutor's favor. No. He laid it out Saturday. Mm-hmm. So I hope it does go in his favor. Like I say, if he does get something, I heard a guy say he probably will get 3 years. His friend got 3 years for the same thing. I believe that Karmelo would get 3 or 5 years if he get anything, because let's think about it. Yeah, he was, but frustrated. Yeah, even Eddie said it. He said, what Eddie say? He said, yeah, he came to talk to me. Yeah, I told him to come up here. He came to talk to me. What does that tell you? Oh, so you told him to come out. Oh, and they saw him. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I feel like he will not get a max. And think about it, y'all. They charged him a high charge. He got out on bond, and he had an ankle monitor on. So explain to me why people think this not gonna go in his favor. It was already right there. He wasn't bothering anybody. He was sitting under the tent while it was raining. Anybody know Texas rainstorms and thunderstorms are a lot. They are a lot. So I'm going to talk about it. I'm waiting on the verdict. I will be live about it. I will let y'all know. Y'all know that in the middle of anything that I'm doing. But I do have to go back on TikTok. Y'all got TikTok. Y'all come over and watch. We will be talking more on this. I've been trying to gear up to do it, but I've been trying to get TikTok and stuff going so that I blame myself for that. But I will say this. Please be careful. This is going to put... And I want to shout out to that person on there. Hold on real quick. Hold on. Sorry, y'all. Yeah, we waiting on they're doing the verdict now. So the court is in verdict. Yes. From what I'm hearing, let me update y'all. And the M1 charge, let me look at the M1 charge first. So they have to prove that he meant to do that to him. Let me read this to y'all with the M1 charge. Texas. So M1, which is first degree unalive and does not technically exist under state naming convictions. Rather, the term is typically used by individuals referring to a class A misdemeanor, which is the same, which is the most serious level of misdemeanor under Texas Penal Code. Yeah, they have to do their closing arguments, but the jury is deliberating, but I'm gonna get into it. So jail time is up to 1 year in the county jail and fines up to $4,000. Now a class A misdemeanor, right? So it's a first degree is violation of protection order, assault causing bodily injury, unlawful carrying of a pew he did not have. And we're going to get into the knife. Second offense of WDI, theft of property and stuff like that, right? So let me go to the tool. I say a tool, but I got to get used to it. So the knife was a 3.5. It was a 3.5. It has to be a 5.5, right? So they have a 5.5-inch rule, which is a location restriction knife, right? The knife blade was knife with blades longer than 5.5 are classified as location restrictive knives. While you can legally own and carry them without this, Lord, I keep saying without. Throughout the state, you cannot legally carry them into following prohibited areas, okay? It wasn't a 5.5, it was a 3.5. Now, I said this last year when everything happened, it was a 3.5, and also that can be in the school. Yes, it was a pocket knife, Annie. It was like a cleat, like he used it for it was like a hunting knife to cut rope. He used it to clean his cleats and stuff like that. Yeah, it was one of those. It was like a switchblade. It was a switchblade. Schools and educational institutions are ground, polling places during elections, government courts and court offices, secured areas at airports, bars, and establishments that get 50% or more of their income from the alcohol sales, correctional facilities, racetracks, and hospitals, amusement park and sporting events. You can keep it in your car and outside your doors. Minors are prohibited from carrying location restricted knives, which is 5.5. Now let's look up if it was a 3.5. I see a lot of people looking up the switchblade. You're welcome. Switchblades are completely legal to carry manufactured and sell in Texas. The state lifted its long-standing ban on automatic knives and no longer regulates knives based on their opening mechanism. Instead, legally relies entirely on the blade length and where the knife is carried. If the blade is 5.6 inches or shorter, you're welcome. It is completely unrestricted. You can legally carry it upon or concealed in virtually any location, including bars and school premises. Location restricted knives. If the blade exceeds 5.5 inches, it is classified as a location restricted knife. Carrying a large blade into restricted zones like schools and bars that get 50% of their income from alcohol sales, correctional facilities, or amusement parks is a third-degree felony. That is what they have to prove. Did he intend to use it, or was it intentional or not? I don't see any intention even with the witnesses. And plus, let's go by law. It's 3.5, not 5.5. It was a 3.5 blade that he could carry in the school. Everybody keeps saying, why did he have to bring one? You can carry any switchblade with you anywhere, just like a pew. You can carry your pew if you have license, but you have to have it take the clip out and everything in your car. That is a law here in the state of Texas. Stand your ground. You can have it whether it's in your car. Georgia, I don't think it's a stand your ground, but you can have one as long as it's in your car. I don't think people understand the laws. Like one lady said she was from Baltimore. Okay, you don't understand. Like the guy from Jersey, he didn't understand. I was seeing people in the comments say, well, it's not a federal trial. This is a state law trial. If it was federal, he would be in a federal court. I'm not understanding what we don't get here. I'm concerned, but you want to shout out insults about black people are uneducated and stupid, and you don't know that this is a state law court trial. This is from the state of the law to what they can prove in the state. This is not federal. I don't know where people are getting this information from. In your state, period. Exactly. And they don't understand it because they're not here. Like one guy said he heard that Karmelo was in a ANG, and he wasn't. Just like when we had the conversation earlier, he had a 3.7 GPA. Oh, wow, that could get him anywhere. What? There are people that have 3.7 GPAs that are in Harvard. If I'm lying, I'm flying. Your president has below a 3.7. Okay. I'm not understanding what's the conversation here. Like, where are we getting with this? You have a vehicle rule. You are legally protected to possess and transport any knife of any side inside your vehicle. Yeah, 3.7 is good. A federal air travel. You can they strictly ban all of them from the carry-on luggage regardless of a state. Now, that is the only thing. If you are flying, you cannot have it. That's in any state. But if you are anywhere, you sure can have it. I'm not understanding. I'm not getting it. They don't know the state law. Now let's go to what the prosecutors had to prove. Yes, so the boys were suspended from by the coach. They weren't suspended completely from school, but they couldn't participate in any of the after-school activities in any sports because basically that they would not be at their, at practice for whatever needed to be, and they would skip practice just to go fishing. So he had suspended them from the team, and he told them, the coach said he had to be a leader. Hold on. Let me type this in. Yeah, regular kid stuff. That's all it, you know. So, because what they understand. Okay, so let me explain to y'all what the racist people think. So, people don't know. Every state has a M1, right? Some people get life or whatever, like Louisiana. Yeah, they were suspended from the team. They should have made exactly, but they came back the next day. He told them to come back. They were fine after he had the conversation with them. So let me explain this, right? So Louisiana has the same that remember we talked about in Louisiana where what's the girl name? And she explained it how because Louisiana had an M1 charge, it could be a misdemeanor or it could go as a unalive, like a unalive in 99 years, right? Oh my God, Felicia, when we did our recap on love during lockup, she was talking about it. Texas is the same way. Instead, it's 5 years to 99. So it's still classified as a misdemeanor. But it has a class, right? So it's a class ABC, misdemeanor or felonies rather than an M1, right? So it's still all tied together, right? Depending on the defense, okay? That's how crazy Texas is. So the prosecutor must prove that you were the person who committed the offense. They must establish the required mental state, such as acting intentionally, knowingly, or reckless, depending on the defense. Evidence and testimony. The state will rely on physical evidence, police reports, or witness testimony to build its case. If you are convicted of a Class A misdemeanor in Texas, penalties can include up to 1 year. So in our intent, yes. So basically, how can you show any intent? Hold on. When he didn't intend to do that, right? So involving a self-defense claim, the burden operate in two phases. First, the defense must produce some evidence supporting the claim. Once raised, the prosecutor must prove beyond a reasonable doubt that the defendant's actions were not justified. To secure a conviction and disprove self-defense, the prosecutor often termed the state must typically prove at least one of the following elements beyond a reasonable doubt. He didn't initiate the argument. Exactly. And that's where it got to. He didn't initiate it at all. No reasonable fear. The defendant did not have a reasonable, genuine belief that they were in an imminent danger. Now, as we heard from witnesses and from what people are saying, that he was endangered. He was sitting down, as we just read not too long ago. He was sitting down and he was touched and pulled up, and there was some shoving, right? As we know, Austin is bigger than Karmelo, taller than Karmelo. The bigger you are, the harder you hit. That's why when you have DV claims, the man get arrested when he hits a woman because a man hits harder than women. That's the same scenario. He's not saying he's a woman, but he's smaller. So the bigger like they say, the bigger you are, the harder you fall. The bigger you are, the harder you hit. I'm not understanding what nobody don't understand. Like, it's right there. For example, using a deadly weapon in response to minor unarmed shoving, okay? Now, as we saw, he said he was shoved. Doesn't mean he just did it right there. But a lot of people that were for Austin are saying, did he fall on it? He probably did. And because it was left on the bleachers, they believe he fell on it. He could have. He could have. Okay, they have to also say the defendant was the aggressor. The defendant provoked the confrontation was otherwise engaged in illegal activity at the time. That's not true. As we have read, the defendant was not the aggressor. Imminent threat was absent. The danger had already passed or was purely a threat of future harm. Under Texas Penal Code 9.31, a person also generally has no legal duty to retreat from a location. They have a right to be, provided they did not provoke the incident. Additionally, there is a legal presumption of reasonable if the threat involves someone unlawfully forcing their way into your home or vehicle. He was forcing his way into his space. However, the prosecution can attempt to overcome if they prove the defendant initiated the conflict. He did not. So that's why the prosecutors were trying to say he initiated, he did not initiate it. So the person arrested, the one that hits first, exactly. Yeah, exactly. Let me see if they're doing the verdict right now. We're going to come back with this. Because like I say, if he walks, it's a race war. They already saying it. It's a race war. Defense called witness, and they called him on the. Let me see. That was 4 hours ago. Let me see. Because this was a speedy trial, y'all. Okay, so after today, they're going into deliberation. I think he will walk. This situation is probably going to, like J&G said, is probably going to open eyes to Texas. And I think it is. And another thing I want y'all to know, this is going to play out for November too. This is going to play out for November. So people, eyes are on Texas. Eyes have been on Texas for the longest. And eyes is really going to be on Texas now. So, yeah. And this is going to be a conversation with racial debate. This is going to be a conversation with how they treat people of color for years and how they still are. So the South has a big big look at right now at this point. And I think that's what people have to understand. And he said it very clearly. A lot of people's like, oh, well, it's Asians and Indians. They're not white. They can sit in a group with y'all and do white passing. So we still pertain that as that. I hate to say that. That's true. Some Indians will tell you they black. I met some here in Texas. They be like, listen, we black. Some Indians will tell you that. I promise you, I'm black. They'll tell you if they dark skinned, I'm black. If they pass for them, they gonna tell you, nah, I'm white. But them dark skins, I'm black. I done seen it and heard it. I'm black too. They'll tell you that. I'm black too. I'm like, you ain't black, you in it. No, I'm black. Baby, they don't give a fuck out here. I'm black too. I'm black. Yeah, I'm black. They'll tell you that. Them dark skinned ones, I'm black. So what? I'm black. Trust me, I'm black. I'm seen as black. They look at me of color, I'm black. And that's to me, that speaks volumes. That is speaking volumes. That tells you everything you need to know. For an Indian of color that are dark skinned and can pass for black, telling you they're looked at as black, that should tell you everything you need to know about Texas. That should tell you everything you need to know about Texas. One of the biggest singers out of Texas, little sister, got told and asked where did she come from because she was challenging her history teacher on Black history. Miss Solange knows. That should tell you everything you need to know about Texas. Mm-hmm. Yep, the ones that, yep. Yep, that's true. That's true, Brown Beauty. That is so true. That is so true. And I don't understand it. But yeah, this is a very focal on Texas. So don't be surprised when Mr. Sleepy Orange come on here and talk shit about how Texas need to be in line. Don't be offended. You will understand what he's saying. I'm telling you exactly what he gonna say. That is his MO. So yeah, Texas eyes is on Texas. So tomorrow they will go into deliberation with the jury. A lot of people are saying, well, they found a lot of black, under, I don't think so because the reason why I think he can walk, and I want you to hear me clear, there was one witness that told everything. All the witness told everything. Even the witness said that they told him to go confront Karmelo and tell him to move. There are key factors in this trial that he could walk. The video, aggression, him being remorse, those are key factors. Those are key factors. And he could. So get ready. I'm glad Candace Matthews and them is down there. I don't know how they're going to be. They do have Black Panther down there. And I want y'all to pay attention. If Black Panther is in Collin County right now, what does that tell you? Exactly. So, I'm going to end it here. I'll be back this evening. I'm going to try to get off of TikTok at a reasonable time, but this conversation is sparking debates. It's sparking a lot for us to have. If you have your children, teenagers, tell them. I have to keep telling my son. I reiterate all the time. You have two things against you. You're educated. Well, three. You're educated. You're Black, and you're a male. There's three things against you, and he's very smart. So I just want people to know, talk to your kids, talk to them about bullying, talk to them about certain things. I hate that we have to have these conversations and continue, but we do. And like J&G said, because I'm going to get him back on my TikTok live. If y'all want to go look at it. He said this, triple threat. Yep. He said this. He said, this riot will be the worst even our ancestors didn't even go through. And that is a fact. That is a fact. I think resting is done. Get up. Get up. We have Black people from different states saying, yeah, that's what they're finna try to do. Resting is over. Y'all get ready to see every activist, everybody is finna be on this. When it comes a riot and the eyes are here, watch Louis Farrakhan gonna talk about it. When I say everybody, it's finna be a lot. This is the time where now we have to fight. And you're gonna have to fight just to be safe. Because these people finna act a fool. They're already saying it. Yeah, we're gonna riot. We're gonna do this. We're gonna do that to y'all. We're gonna do that. They're saying it in the comments. They're saying it in the comments. Go on Facebook. Go on all these comments. We're ready to do this to y'all. We're ready to act like that to y'all. We've been waiting. Let me tell you something. This ain't 1960. This is 2026. Like J&G said and Indigenous said, you can pick up one anywhere. You can pick up one anywhere. Oh, these YNs around here that been waiting to turn up on you are going to turn up on you. They've been waiting, baby. All these Black people in the chat, and be careful with them because half of them Black people are not even Black people. Those are white people having Black faces. I went on Twitter. I've never seen so much N-word in my life, and he needs to chair, and he needs to be all this and that. Protect yourself. You cannot sit with them. You can right now, ain't no sitting with nobody. Ain't no sitting and cuddling and all of that. Nobody. Because I guarantee you that Peppa Pig over there, She finna get it too, because she finna have a lot to say. I'm telling y'all, they finna turn up the ante on her. Let me tell you something. Ain't that cuddling everybody did yesterday? You can't sit with that heifer no more. Because this case is finna show you exactly who the hell she is. And get ready for it. And she finna learn the hard lesson too out here with this case. Because she gonna say she biracial, and that's gonna cause something for them to try to do something to her too. She might as well sit her ass in the house till it's time for her to go have that baby. I'm in Texas. I ain't lying. But I'll be back, y'all. We're gonna go on this video, this live she did, and then we're gonna do the part 2. We're gonna stream the part 2 as well. So I will see you guys. I'm gonna do it around like 6:30. So let me go on TikTok. I promise them. I'm gonna go back live at 3:30, 4 o'clock, get myself together. And it's just been, I've been blocking left and right. Folks signed a petition to have us removed from, yes. There was a petition in the Sundown, and he had to go up to the, to the city council and let them know. And city council was like shocked. They're like, they didn't know what was going on. Mm-hmm. So if you want better, you got to be better. You can't defend a racist. That's not what Nick said. What happened, Original Mermaid? What she said? Hold on. Do she got you crying, laughing, or do she got you crying? Because she is being attacked. Y'all didn't know that Neek and Gerald are being attacked as well as Auntie. No, I haven't. I'm going to have to go watch it. Hold on. Let me go. Neek is being attacked. No, what did she... Neek, what happened? Wait a minute. They've been harassing her. And that's going to piss me off.
All right.
They've been harassing her.
3 witnesses.
Yeah, they are. They're there. Let me tell you something. That woman, I don't know her name, but she has all these racist people rallying up against Black bloggers. That's why Dr. Candace Matthews is there as well. It shouldn't go to where it's going. I'm hurt for her. I understand. I get it. I don't even like to see her cry. She gonna make me cry. This whole trial, because she gonna make me cry because she cried. I don't like that. This whole trial, ooh, it's pissing me off. That's why I say y'all ain't mad enough. Y'all not mad enough. Y'all not angry enough for me. And it pissed me off. I shouldn't even watched it. I'm so mad. This whole trial, we've been talked about like a dog. This whole trial, we have been talked about and ridiculed like a fucking dog. This entire trial, the hate, we have been taught to reckless. We have been called uneducated, the N-word, and everything above. So yeah, in reference to yesterday, I gotta get this off my chest. You motherfucking right that I'm a kid hen on that hoe. You goddamn right I'm coming at her. Because what we went through with this trial, with our opinion and our facts, you motherfucking right. You motherfucking right I'm gonna come at her. And I don't give a fuck who don't like it. I'm pissed now. You right. You cooning ass bitches. You motherfucking right we gonna come at her. Because it's the same motherfucker that made sure we got what we got today. And why the fuck we fighting? You motherfucking right. You right. And I dare somebody else to say something. I'm mad. I am angry. Because there's no way these bloggers should be crying about what's going on, and you sitting y'all dumbass in this motherfucking whole chat, and you laughing, and you taunting to vote for her. You right. She in the same state I'm in. Is she a target? You motherfucking right. I'm angry. I ain't even expect that girl to cry. Need don't bother nobody. And for the fact that this woman, a white woman, sat on here and lied on this girl to try to get her kicked out. Yes, we have been told that boy should be hanging. We have been told that boy should be executed. We have been told that, oh, that's how y'all think. You people. You right, I'm going to come at her. And I dare y'all, I don't care what y'all say and do. Y'all want to go to war, let's do it. Because what I'm not going to do is sit here and silence myself for nobody. We have been taunted this whole damn trial. This whole trial. A threat. Gerald has to be protected from North Carolina beat by Black Panthers because they're coming at them for reporting the truth. And you telling me that I gotta shut up about her? Nah, I'm finna go hard. And I don't give a fuck who get mad. You do what you gotta do, I'm gonna do what I gotta do. And that's a fact. The shit that I have been through this whole 4 days on TikTok, Facebook, I have been through a lot of this racist ass shit in 4 days. Threatened. Not threatened. Told. Saying that they're going to get every Black person. And I'm supposed to be friendly to who? This just pissed me off. Y'all not mad enough for me. This whole time, I even cried when we talked about the voting rights. You're not mad enough for me. You ain't mad enough for me. You're not mad. This is the same bitch that sat there and told y'all that y'all don't need to vote and sitting here siding with the shit. You're not mad enough for me. You're pissing me off. You're not mad enough. You're not mad enough. It ain't a game. You're not mad enough. You can't be weak. You ain't mad enough to me. I'm pissed. No way that girl should be sitting here crying. No way that girl should be sitting online crying. Because people are showing pews and they saying, oh, that's fake. That's fake. Even if it's fake, it's a threat to her. Yes. I'm scared for him too. They're not mad enough. And it's pissing me off. I'm so mad. You not mad enough. Ain't no sense of we gonna be nice. We not gonna know. Fuck that. You haven't endured what we endured. And if you have, you can't sit here and turn your cheek. This ain't no turn the cheek. Boy, I have been called every name in a book. Then I gotta come on here and have hoes call me out. I just blocked somebody. Because she believing the clear folks instead of reading it for herself. And I just read the whole thing. Not mad enough for me. I need everybody to get unite. And all that meek shit ain't gonna work. I'm not protecting nobody. I'm not. I can't. I'm not. I shouldn't even be on the fact that nobody talking cash shit. They should say, you know what? I don't agree, but I have to agree as a Black person because we have seen this climate too many times. Now I have to side. But you chosen that, and I don't give a fuck. I don't. The amount of racism this trial has had is crazy. It's crazy. Yeah, there ain't no turning the other cheek. It ain't none. It's crazy. It's crazy. Like if I could put on my community wall the things that they said without them saying that it's bad, they would have me to take it down. That's how bad it is. Neek, all the black bloggers, I need to check on Auntie, from Auntie Crime. All the black bloggers that reported it are being attacked. So Black Panther had to step up because Neek had someone, because she felt like she got in and Neek got in as a black woman and she didn't. That they were having an attack on her, so she crying because she came to cover a trial, and the woman that is doing this, which I told everybody was racial, that they told me had nothing to do with race, and it does. She was out here pushing a race narrative. And Karmelo has to go out the back of the courtroom with his family as well because of the race narrative. Karmelo's father was fired because she pushed racial people to go to his job. That's why he works with who he worked with now, to go to his job, to get him fired. Yeah. And then say that they were harassing. She said that the black bloggers were harassing her and they wasn't. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yes. That's what's going on. So the Black Panthers, Dr. Kenneth Matthews, and her partner, what is his name? I gotta say his name. I ain't finna do him like that. I love him too. He funny to me. She said that they are protecting her. They're rallying around her car. They're making sure she get home safe. And Cornell, they are here. They are here in Collin, Texas, in Collin County. But I'm not in Collin County. It's not far from me, but still. And where I live is very mixed. And when I say mixed, you have, yeah, they are in denial of who we dealing with. No, they don't. They're going to learn now. And see, where I live at, the county I'm in, you have Indians, you have Asians, you have blacks, you even have whites. So you have a plethora of people, and majority of the people that live here are not MAGA nuts. And I feel bad because look what they're going to have to endure too with this, because they don't support that. You know what I'm saying? And there were white people in the comments that don't support what, they support Karmelo. They support him. They even said it. There are plenty of them that support him. And now it's going to be a problem. And that's what they're mad about too. So, yeah. I hate to see her cry. Nobody deserves that. None of them. None of the black bloggers that are there deserve that. They don't. I've been telling them, be careful. Just go home to your room. If you feel any way, you know what to do. And now that y'all have people there to help, just be mindful, be careful, go where you're going. You go back to the courthouse. You get you some food that's cool and go home. Do what you do. Go to your hotel room, relax, chill. And I know, whoever you stand with, just keep your head on the swivel. And I have to live here. But trust me, I ain't scared, because you make me mad and I can't react. When I get mad, I don't like to get mad. And if I cry and get mad, pray. Because if I feel like you got a problem with me and you attacking me, I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna make you want to stop fucking with me. It pissed me off bad enough. I ain't even giving up. Pissed me off bad enough. Because watch it, like, just leave me alone. No. And then I remember hitting them people on Facebook. Just leave me alone. No, I'm not going to leave you alone. You should have left me alone. Oh my God. No, shut the fuck up. I ain't leaving you alone. You should have left me alone now. Now you pissing me off. Oh yeah. So I'm going to have to see what my manager got to say when I go back to work Wednesday, what the plan is, because It's a lot of black people that work in that store. I know it's gonna go crazy. It's mixed race. You have white, you have black. Everybody get along. Everybody good. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody, like hey, you know what I'm saying? So I hate for us to go through that because it's gonna be a mess. I don't even know if I'm going to go back to work with. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. So I don't know. I just. Yeah, hyenas and lions will never trust each other. They hated each other long before humans, and they'll never long after. Exactly. And lions rule hyenas. Lions know. Them hyenas know. When lion come up, it's over. It's over. They know to get out the way. Hyena know to go sit down. They know a lion would tear them up for lunch, dinner, breakfast, snack. You get on there, just eat it. Just demolish. Yeah, so I hate that for Neek. I hate that for all. Yes, they are. I hate that for Neek. I hate that for all the bloggers. And she's saying that they've been bothering her since that lady tried to say since Thursday. Was it Thursday or Friday where she said that she skipped her and tried to get her kicked out, and she never jumped the line. And she got Gerald kicked out. Yeah, so she's been targeting people. Because all the black people, she's okay. So the lady sit by herself, and all the other people sit together. All the news people sit together. Nobody mess with that lady. Yeah, they shouldn't. Yep, the brutality as well. So that's what's been going on, and it's sad. You know, this is gonna be worse. This gonna be worse. It's gonna be some shit. I'm just letting y'all know. So it's gonna be some mess. But yeah, I'm gonna end it here, y'all. I'll be back tonight. And I might go on. I'm gonna go on TikTok, and we gonna talk about the facts. And I'm gonna try not to keep it too long, but I gotta get my mental prepared now. I'm gonna get my mental prepared. This is a lot. This is just, and like I say, if he walks, yes, exactly. They lost exactly. If he walks, I'm happy. I'll be happy. You know what I'm saying? But I know what's going to come with it. And I know what's going to happen with it. I know what's going to happen with it. It just tears me. And I've been trying not to think about it because I know. It's crazy to think about. Yeah. Yeah. And then we go to the stores and shit. And sometimes the kids, and I don't even know if, I just. Mm. Mm-mm-mm. It's crazy. It's gonna be crazy. So just everybody be mindful if you are here. So I just never thought it would get to. I knew it would get to this point, but I didn't know it would really get to this point. And I think instead of us, we gotta really have a conversation. I need black men to get on board with the conversation because the conversation of black women, this and you really got to get on board with this, with what's really going on. Like those conversations need to be dead and deceased at this point. This is crazy. All right, y'all. I'm gonna go. I'll be back. Yeah, I am. I'll be back. I'll be back. And there's a lot of Hispanics where I live at in my complex and around the area. So it's like, yeah, yeah. It's unwavering, yes. Yeah, yeah. Then my friend was like, yeah, because my son, because I had the choice, and I was like, no, I told the lady, it was a black lady, and I was like, I want to keep him online, and I know he want to go to school. She said, babe, I understand. She said, but that's the right choice for him right now, especially here. And I said, okay, and I kept him online. So that's where we at. I was finna sign him, to be around everybody, do prom and stuff, but I think we gonna keep him where he at. Yeah, they don't want to hear that. They got to get ready for it. We gonna keep him where he at. Yeah, and they like to go to the store and do stuff, And I'll have to have that conversation that they can't right now because it's the summertime. They like to go to the movies, hang out, And yeah, not right now. So I got to figure out a plan, child. I got to figure out a plan with mine. I'm gonna have to figure out a plan. So. They supposed to have now they supposed to have the National Guard and the Army and everybody be out here. I think they coming out today, so it won't be just officers. It's going to be Texas will be a state of emergency. It's going to be a state of emergency. So just letting you know. All right, y'all. I'll see y'all around 6:30. Let me get my mind together. And I'm gonna keep talking about it. We're gonna read the statements. I'm just have to try to find out how to put on subscriber mode on both channels because what I had happen today, I cannot have. I had to block somebody. I cannot have it. I can't have it because how that girl did today, no, we're not doing it. We're not doing it. Yeah, Raya was in here. She'll tell you. If y'all go back, we ain't doing it. When y'all hear, I need to have my minds in here. When y'all hear what was said on TikTok, y'all can leave a comment. Watch the replay, leave a comment, come back to it. When y'all hear what was said on TikTok, it's going to piss you off. I know. I want to thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to follow, comment, share, subscribe, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Bye, y'all.